or unknown.
Seems pretty simple. Listen for the keyword, enter it at realradio.fm, and answer the phone if it rings.
Hi, I'm Linda from Winter Park.
This is Robert from Rock Oaks Park.
Hi, I'm Kara from Apopka.
John from Lake Mary, and I just won $1,000.
Listening to Real Radio 104.1.
This contest brought to you locally by Mills Air.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change-outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
At Mayo Clinic in Florida, we're treating the untreatable. Using a patient's unique genetic makeup, our researchers are developing personalized cancer vaccines that help stimulate the immune system to better fight the disease and prevent it from recurring. We're making more possible at Mayo Clinic because every day we're doing what's never been done. Learn more at mayoclinic.org/possible. Mayo Clinic. You know where to go.
These times of massive inflation have people just like you strapped.
As far as my debt, I was drowning in debt. My balances were never going down. I was making payments every month. It was just draining every resource I had.
The Debt Management Group can help. In the first free call, they will explain all the relief programs you may qualify for to get you out of debt fast.
They saved me thousands of dollars, especially in interest. I would have never paid off this debt without their help.
I felt like it was a burden lifted off my shoulders. It felt amazing, and I felt like I could actually see a future for me and my kids.
The sooner you call, the faster you can get the relief you deserve. It's free information on all the debt relief programs you qualify for, plus guaranteed confidentiality. Call 800-933-3470. That's 800-933-3470. Call now to find out about the best debt forgiveness, consolidation, modification, and settlement programs available. 800-933-3470. That's 800-933-3470.
It's Throwback Thursdays at Tijuana Flats. Every Thursday, grab a burrito, chips, and a drink for just $7.99. Same bold flavors, unbeatable deal. Don't miss out. Swing by Tijuana Flats this Thursday and fuel up for $7.99.
Take your Valentine's experience to a whole new level this year with jewelry, flowers, candy, dinner, and a romantic getaway. All courtesy of International Diamond Center. Nothing says love like romantic jewelry from IDC. From a simple pendant to an exquisite designer ring, we've got a fantastic selection of affordable, timeless gifts. And this year, with any jewelry purchase at IDC of $129 or more, we're giving you long stem roses, some delicious chocolates, and a gift card for dinner from Talk of the Town Restaurant Group. It's one-stop shopping for all things romantic. And this year, we're taking it up a notch with a 3-day romantic getaway to places like New York, Napa, and Savannah. Just spend $2,500 on your jewelry and we'll set you up in a 4-star hotel in the romantic city of your choice. Spend $5,000 and we'll throw in the airfare and some spending money. Make this Valentine's one to remember. Let IDC help you with jewelry, flowers, chocolates, dinner, and a romantic vacation. We've got it all. Happy Valentine's from International Diamond Center. Altamont Springs, Mall at Millennia, and Waterford Lakes. Restrictions apply. See store for details.
Making choices in the morning can be a bit much. I just want someone to say sausage or egg and cheese biscuit, sausage and cheese or egg and cheese English muffin, small seasoned potatoes, or medium hot coffee. Get 2 for only $3. At Wendy's, fresh made food means simple choices. Dare we say it's even a little fun? Okay, not like roller coaster fun. There's only so much we can do, people. When you want less thinky and more brekky in the morning, gotta be Wendy's.
Limited time only during breakfast hours. U.S. price and participation may vary. Not valid in a combo. Single item at regular price.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. And now save 50% on the new Sleep Number limited edition smart bed. Plus free home delivery when you add a base. Ends Monday. Exclusively at a Sleep Number store near you. Learn more at sleepnumber.com.
Wawa Rewards members can enjoy $1 hot coffee, $2 iced coffee, and $3 Monster Energy.
Coming to you live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Accidents happen, but Mo's here to help. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or call 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Make us a preset on the free iHeartRadio app.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, GRAND, G-R-A-N-D, GRAND. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. The News Junkie is on. The three best friends you never knew you had, running through the most viral stories of the day. The News Junkie Sean Wasson with Sabrina and C-Lane.
It is Thursday, February 6th, 2025. Lots to get to today, from bad news for Elon Musk to deep inside the security plans for Super Bowl LIX and why a 1940s U.S. sabotage manual is going viral right now. Plus your calls, dispatches, emails, texts, and more. Sabrina is out. Hello, C-Lane.
What's happening?
Hello, Josh.
Hello.
And hello to you. You could join us on the show today. All you have to do is send us a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch today. You could also watch the show live on YouTube and twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. Your message is rolling right into the studio in real time. How's everybody doing on a Thursday?
Good.
Good. All right, now we just have to talk for 4 hours, folks.
Cool.
I'm too clear-headed. I didn't drink last night. I don't know. It's like a lot. It's like a lot to digest this going in when you're completely sober in your brain, It's a little bit more difficult, I think. So expect...
Why do you continue to do it to yourself?
I don't know. You know what? I got a whole bar right here. What am I waiting for?
In the name of health.
Let's go all the way today. Let's see what we can do here on the show. We want to hear from you with those dispatches, so please get those fired up and join us on the show with your opinions, whether you're happy, sad, or otherwise. Definitely want to hear what's on your mind because there's a lot going on in the world. And let's see where we start out. Let's put our ears to the ground, our fingers on the pulse. Let's see what's happening in this great, big, wide world of ours. And we go to a ridiculous television show. It's on TLC, which somehow used to stand for the Learning Channel, and now is about fat hoarders.
Now it's like the Little People Channel.
Fat little hoarders with drug addiction is what they're mostly about these days. So on TLC, they have a new show called Balin Out Loud. Balin is her name, Balin Dupree.
And she is the one with Tourette's syndrome?
She's a young woman with an extreme case of Tourette's, they say. And I have to be real with you. Kind of skeptical when I see stuff like this. I know some people. I've met people and spent moderate amounts of time with people who have Tourette's in my life. And what I found was, whilst their Tourette's was really interesting to watch, it wasn't like this perfectly timed comedy that you see sometimes. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about, but yeah, like there was a woman who has a Twitch channel where she has Tourette's. And she will host an award show.
Mm-hmm.
And it will be, as she's hosting an award show, she'll drop the funniest Tourette's tics at all the right times. And I go, well, if it was that way, people would be much more comfortable with Tourette's. They go, oh, this is the hilarious thing. I just drop funny bombs all the time. But in my experience, it was uncomfortable things, repeated things, and it seemed bad. Seemed not like a good time to me.
Steve sucks. Uh-oh.
Right. Oh, right now, you would be saying Sean sucks. And it'd be like, uh-oh.
No, there's a Steve here, too.
He's in the background. Engineer Steve. So let's see what happens on this Balin Out Loud. And do we believe that this is a real tic from her Tourette's or not? Let's examine.
It is like the perfect place to be, at least for me, because Joe Biden lives in the White House. There's vaginas hanging from the White House. Joe Biden's buried in my backyard after snorting cocaine during the Revolutionary War of 1812. God damn.
You know what I like?
You know what?
I like the goddamn right afterwards.
It's honestly good freestyling.
Was that her saying that or him? That was goddamn. That was her, I think, afterwards. We'll go back to her shit.
Joe Biden's buried in my backyard after snorting cocaine during the Revolutionary War of 1812. God damn. It's a mouthful, literally. I have no idea where this tic came from, but I can promise you I have no idea what the president's activities are or where he's buried. And he's still alive.
Right, so. Yeah. So that's going to help you out a little bit here on this. When I see those those Tourette's tics that are dropped in what seems to be comedic fashion, I always go,
It's a little too good.
Is she a political person? Does she watch a lot? Does she pay attention to CNN?
This is my extent of my experience with Balin Out Loud right here. We've just had it together. and I saw this clip and I go, I just think if this was real, she'd probably be saying SCF, SEF, SE, all the words you cannot say on radio lest the FCC shut us down. We'll get into the FCC in just a moment here.
Ooh,
but when I see these things that are just like, bam, dropped like that, like Zach on YouTube says, that's pretty specific for somebody with Tourette's. It's also like when you listen to
There's vaginas in the White House. She's not even yelling it.
At the beginning, when you listen to somebody who actually is in the middle of a Tourette's tic, there's a bit of exasperation that I don't hear at the beginning here. Okay, she just kind of smoothly flows into.
Because Joe Biden lives in the White House. There's vaginas hanging from the White House.
I don't know if there are, but I'll visit to take a look just to see the accoutrements at the White House there. There she is. Enjoy her show on the Learning Channel.
What if you went to the White House and you're like, I'll be damned. There are
She's right.
vaginas hanging everywhere. That's
she was onto something. She knew what she was talking about.
We should have been listening to Balin the whole time.
Jeff on YouTube says, that is real. I have met her, he says. Cyclone Ranger says, it is staged. And I don't know. You could take what you want from it. But sometimes I think a couple of these people might be ramping it up just a little bit. And one thing I think people don't understand is most folks you meet, and if you know somebody or have somebody in your family or in your circle who has Tourette's, I'd love to hear from you with a dispatch today or an email. Either one is fine. tips@thenewsjunkie.com for the email. And thenewsjunkie.com is where you can record a dispatch with your experience. But so many times when you think about somebody who has Tourette's, you don't realize that the majority, I believe, of them are physical tics that people have. Celine, can you look this up? What percentage of Tourette's people have
Tourette users where they downloaded Tourette's from the App Store?
You can use this?
Well, Balin does.
Hartman did.
What percentage of people with Tourette's have verbal tics? Because as I recall, it was a smaller amount as opposed to physical tics where people would move around. They might make faces. They might, crack their knuckles, different things that they would do.
Right, I'm answering this question that you didn't necessarily ask first, only because it was one of the suggested outcomes was what percentage of people with Tourette's swear.
All right.
It says about 10% of people with Tourette syndrome experience coprolalia, which is the involuntary use of obscene language. Research suggests the actual number may be higher due to the stigma. I guess like people are hiding.
But that's the point of Tourette's. You can't hide it. You can't.
Yeah,
it
but
just
you
comes
not
out.
Report it.
It just comes out. And some people even have a physical version of Tourette's where they hit people. I've seen some kid who was
My
young.
wife has that. Yeah.
Are you okay?
Very annoying.
She can't help it. There's no holding it back. All right. Over to the FCC, the Federal Communication Commission. And they are the overlords of our industry. They tell us what we can't say and what we can say.
Sort of.
And by that, I mean they don't.
Yeah.
By that, I mean they don't. Everyone always asks that question if they get a time to sit down with us. They'll go, hey, what can you say and what can't you say? We don't know. The FCC has never told people on the radio what you can say and what you can't say. They only have very basic guidelines, like you can't dwell on this, or you can't talk about using the restroom in very specific and graphic ways. You can't say things to titillate, no matter the language, if you're doing it in very particular ways. And so over the years, you watch all of the cases with the FCC and you try in this job to learn how to double dutch it and work your way around things that you're saying. That's the best you can do. But the FCC right now has been doing some other things under the Trump administration for the first couple of weeks here. And one of the first things they did was they demanded that CBS News release the full interview that they did with Vice President Kamala Harris at the time on 60 Minutes. And they did it. Like, they had to do it. I don't know that I've ever heard of anything like this necessarily happening. That's not to say it hasn't.
That their authority? Is that...
Yeah. I mean, it's a broadcast channel, and there's something called the news distortion rule. And maybe we could find that too, C-Lane. The FCC news distortion complaint is what was filed here.
Yeah, the news distortion rule is basically like, breaking news, a plane has crashed.
That's not it. That would have been the people freaking out about Elon yesterday on Capitol Hill with the microphones that were tapped out.
Yeah.
No, this is different. They said you distorted
Remember
the
how
news.
much that angered Fritz?
Oh, God, he's an audio guy, too.
No.
Yeah. So this is where you say, I think that you edited in a deceptive way the interview with the candidate. So now CBS News in 60 Minutes releases the whole thing, which includes Kamala Harris like blowing her nose at the beginning.
I'm allergic to
She's getting some boogies out of her nose. Oh, they bring the camera off of her to be nice at one point.
You know, I know that.
Or they're focusing.
Because I was watching CBS this morning.
There you go.
Now that I think about it.
Learn something new every day.
Indeed.
This is the small talk that happens, folks, before the interviews.
So fun.
Well, because it takes everybody else so long to get their S together.
Get moving, people. And I saw somebody say, hey, how is it 60 minutes and the full interview is only 53 minutes and 55 seconds? I said, you are dumb, and you don't know how 60 minutes works, nor do you know how commercials work, nor do you know. There's just so many things that I cannot teach you right now that you do not know about
53 minutes is generous if that's the amount that they aired, because...
No, they didn't.
Okay.
No, they only aired 20 minutes of this.
Right.
They cut out all her blab. You know, she was yapping for a while, and they cut all that out. But the question is, when
That's
they cut
what
out
we
the
had to
yapping,
lose, guys.
all the yapping, I'll play it. I'll play 53 minutes and 55 seconds of it, folks. You start acting up today. They said, on one hand, CBS immediately released the unredacted transcript of a recent interview with Vice President Vance. Yet for months, they refused to release the one with Vice President Harris. That's according to FCC Chairman Brendan Carr. He said the network's conduct is hard to explain. And they did edit it, right? And they did edit things to make Kamala Harris's answers more clear. But I don't think this is some sort of smoking gun, because they literally do this with almost everybody.
Yeah.
Now, would CBS in 60 Minutes have been less complimentary toward Trump if he did an interview and he was word salading it up, like blah, 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 just was rolling off some words that didn't make any sense? Probably. I would believe that might be the case. But this is just, you edit the interview. You edit it to have something ready for broadcast.
I just don't get what the point is of digging this all up when,
it's over.
Yeah, she's done. She's cooked. She lost. What's the point of accusing CBS of tampering in some way when it wasn't even successful?
Yeah, that seems weird to me, but they're trying to tighten some screws over at the FCC, and maybe that means we're in trouble over here. I don't know. If they're watching everything we say, good God, we're in trouble. Back in the day,
they claim they don't listen to radio stations and watch TV stations. It's all complaint-based, Sean.
Yeah, back in the day, they had it so good in radio, folks. Other than the rogue person recording with his own tape somewhere, or like, God forbid, a reel-to-reel recording of a radio show, a lot of times there was no backup. So you could just say whatever you wanted, and then when they talk to you afterwards, you go, as I recall, we were saying some pretty nice things about just everybody in general. We didn't do anything wrong. But times have changed, and now they keep tabs on us a little bit more. Okay, Elon Musk getting some bad news today. There's a lot of people in Congress that do not like Elon Musk right now. Man, he's got them heated. I don't know. Maybe that means he's doing something right. We'll have to dive in. But they're mad, big mad, these Democrats on Capitol Hill, and they're proposing bills to stop Elon Musk. They got all kinds of stuff going on. Let's listen into what's happening.
I received, again, over 1,000 emails and calls this week demanding action. And that's why I introduced my first bill, the Stop Musk Act.
This is your first one?
To protect federal workers who are at the forefront of Elon Musk's power grab.
Any more
This is
people?
the direct response
I don't know.
that I'm hearing from my constituents.
Hang on, let me see. Does it say here? Congresswoman Maxine Dexter has proposed the Stop Musk bill. She's from Oregon, and she's the one who's laying this
A
down.
demand for action. My bill prohibits retaliation of any kind against any federal employee who resists, prevents, or circumvents illegal or unconstitutional efforts led by Elon Musk or those he oversees.
Ooh, you're in trouble. You're in big trouble. Or not. We haven't found out yet if any of this is illegal. We haven't found out if any of this is unconstitutional.
It's illegal.
We have people screaming, and finally some legal maneuvers. So that is where you'll actually find out if something illegal, according to the courts and the justice system, happened. But Elon has some other problems, because I see this story in The Hill today. GOP support for Musk influence with Trump falls dramatically. Now, eventually Trump's going to have to, cut the cord here in some way. And I'm sure he wants to ride out maybe the next month or two, because the type of employee for the federal government that Elon Musk is, it only lasts like 65 days, or there's some number of days that it lasts where he can be in the position he's in. So clock is ticking. But the share of Republicans who say they want tech billionaire Elon Musk to have significant influence in the Trump administration has fallen substantially in the months since Trump was elected. Just days after the election, 47% of surveyed Republicans say they wanted to have Musk to have a lot of influence in the Trump administration. Well, 29 said they wanted to have him to have a little. That's a lot. That's a huge mandate amongst Republicans. Today, however, the share of Republicans who say they want Musk to have a lot of influence has fallen to just 26%, while 43% want him to have a little bit. So they're shifting over to that little bit of influence column. Democrats not so thrilled. Only 6% of Democrats want Musk to have a lot of influence. Those people are interesting characters, because they're like, I'm a Democrat. I'm like over here politically, but also really like Twitter. Big Elon Musk fan. Can't get enough of it. We'll see what you think with your dispatches.
Drives a Cybertruck.
Right. Yeah, send those
Might
over.
be Republican.
Tips at thenewsjunkie.com. Anonymous emails the show. Please keep me anonymous. Put that right on top if you want this too. You are right, Sean. People have lost their collective minds. A few days before the election, my Twitter feed was inundated with right-wing ads and posts. I was shocked as nothing came up from anyone I followed, just Trump after Trump after Trump. As somebody who hates both sides of the political aisle, I decided I had enough and went to Blue Sky. Now that seems like it was a mistake. People are so polarized on each side, and now each of them has their own app. And then you got Nextdoor right there in the crazy center of it all. I had the same response as you to the Terrifier post and was gently told anybody who's willing to talk or work with a Nazi is a Nazi. I'm beginning to feel like there isn't a spot in this country for a sane, middle-of-the-road person anymore. Stop! You are the normal one, okay? This is what we have to fight. You and everybody else listening, you are the normal ones, okay? Those people who are insane on the fringes, you cannot let them take over. You cannot let them think there's not a space for you. You have to weigh in. You have to fight back. You are the normal people. And there are far more of you than there are any of these crazy-ass people on the fringes of life, okay? The super political people can kiss my ass. They can get the hell out of here. All of them, all right? Do not let them think that you don't have a space out there. You absolutely, positively do. Chris emails the show.
Spaceless loser.
Tips at thenewsjunkie.com. Hey, Junkie and friends. Listening to Wednesday's podcast, I heard you talking about Doge and Politico and the federally funded programming like Voice of America, PBS, and C-SPAN. Doge won't affect C-SPAN, he says. C-SPAN is not federally funded. It's a common misconception, but it gets no grants and no government funds whatsoever. And he's exactly right about that, actually. I was diving into this after the email. It's a private nonprofit corporation funded by license fees from cable operators, the cable industry's effort to operate in the public interest and stave off regulation. Whenever politicians want to increase control over cable companies, they go, whoa, 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 whoa. We got C-SPAN. We are the good guys here. Source, I used to work for C-SPAN. When you land on C-SPAN in the middle of the day after a hearing is over and you just see an empty hearing room with some guy wrapping cables and breaking down gear, that was me.
Oh.
Keep up the good work, Chris. Thank you, Chris.
And they just left the cameras on that guy?
Yeah, they didn't have a lot of broadcast content.
What happens when he has to wrap up that cable?
That's it. You're done.
The very last cable.
All right, when we come back, we're going to talk about the Super Bowl. Getting things safe. Security for Super Bowl LIX is really in full force right now. Maybe the most secure event of all time. What's going on to keep it that way? We're going to find out together. That's coming up next in the News Junkie.
They won't tell you this, but your pets are pretty lonely when you leave. No worries. We'll keep them company. Just say, Alexa, play Real Radio 104.1 on iHeartRadio.
There's a crash where Pine Hills Road meets Silver Star Road. Traffic is still slowing down on I-4. There's stop-and-go traffic between US 27 and after State Road 429. You can expect your regular congestion in the Lake Buena Vista area. Construction continues, partially blocking the off-ramp from I-4 westbound to Buena Vista Drive. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Florida Prepaid College Savings Plan. Did you know that by 2031, 72% of all jobs will require higher education? Now's the time to invest in your child's future. And the smartest way to save for college is with a Florida Prepaid Plan. Open enrollment is now, and plans start at $29 a month. Start today.
Folks, good news for you. There is a company called Mills Air. And that company is full of the best techs around when it comes to AC repair or maintenance. And these techs know how to fix any kind of AC. So it doesn't matter what your setup is, what brand you have. Maybe you have a Carrier unit. That's great. They're a Carrier authorized, a factory dealer. But any kind of AC. Doesn't matter what country it came from, what brand it is. They are the best of the best. And I encourage you, if you are a homeowner, to sign up for preventative maintenance. To have one of these great Mills Air techs come out once every 6 months or so, change all the filters, clean out all the lines on your AC, do all the work that you forget about, and keep your AC in good shape because it's a big investment on your part. So lean on Mills Air. They're the people you can trust. Leon Mills and his friends at Mills Air are ready to help you. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier, and you can always turn to family-owned and operated Mills Air. Here's the phone number, 407-277-1159. Or find them online at millsair.com.
Starting the journey to become a nurse can be confusing, but the first step is surprisingly simple. Join us at Galen College of Nursing's upcoming open house. You'll get to meet advisors, current students, and faculty. Plus, learn about the personalized student support Galen offers to help you succeed in nursing school. RSVP now for our open house on Tuesday, February 18th from 4:30 to 6:30 p.m. by visiting galencollege.edu/Orlando.
Help! My cat needs saving!
Oh no. Has he tried Navy Federal Credit Union? They have lots of great savings and investing options.
What? No, he needs help.
Well, with Navy Federal's financial advisors and online tools, he can get all the help he needs. Whew, got him.
Good catch.
Sign up at NavyFederal.org. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Savings products insured by NCUA. Investment products are not insured, not obligations of Navy Federal, and may lose value.
Joe Montana here. In my football days, I knew the importance of a strong defense. Now I'm sharing how you can help defend your health against pneumococcal pneumonia and invasive pneumococcal disease. Are you 50 or older like me? The CDC now recommends vaccination against pneumococcal disease. Even if you're healthy, your age puts you at increased risk and over 6 times greater risk of hospitalization with pneumococcal pneumonia than adults under 50. Schedule your appointment today at vaxassist.com.
Sponsored by Pfizer.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Are you a victim of the timeshare trap and think there's no way out? I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, the original timeshare cancellation expert. And I'm here to tell you that there is a way out. All you need to do is give my office a call. I will send you a timeshare exit information kit absolutely free, explaining how the timeshare industry works and your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free info kit. Call 800-522-5700. 800-522-5700.
I'm Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I learned about atrial fibrillation the hard way. My symptoms would come and go. Shortness of breath, fatigue. I kept going. Then I got so lightheaded, I couldn't. My doctor said I have AFib, so I'm about 5 times more likely to have a stroke. Other symptoms, irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain can come and go, but the risk of stroke stays. If you have symptoms, tell a doctor. Visit notimetowait.com.
Sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
Picture this. You're cozy by the fire sipping cocoa, or out on the town grabbing a well-deserved nightcap, with the peace of mind knowing your pet is safe at home with Invisible Fence brand. Your customized pet fence gives you confidence that wherever winter takes you, your pet has both freedom and security. With Invisible Fence brand, service and safety never stops. Visit invisiblefence.com to learn more. That's invisiblefence.com.
It's the Marketer's Report. Today, Erica Taylor, Chief Marketing Officer of Genentech, explains how audio is an ideal way for brands to tell their stories.
Everyone is listening somewhere, somehow. I think that there's something deep in all of us that enjoys listening to and telling stories. When I think about what we do here at Genentech, we do a lot to actually tell the broader story of our company and the legacy that we stand upon. 45 years marketing more than 40 medicines over that time period. And we celebrate that in story form, in audio format. It's a great way for people to learn more about what we offer and to be educated in an easy and convenient way.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia can get more people to hear your message than anyone else. We can also get a better response rate for all your marketing. For better results for every budget, visit iHeartAdvertising.com. That's iHeartAdvertising.com.
Now Taxes is using Credit Karma, where a TurboTax expert can do your taxes for you. They'll get your refund so you can do more with it right in Credit Karma. Now this is taxes. Intuit Credit Karma with TurboTax. See guaranteed details at turbotax.com/guarantees. Experts only available with TurboTax Live.
I love my Big Green Egg, and if you're looking for a deal on a Big Green Egg, do yourself a favor. Visit my friends at Wassey's Meat Market right there in Melbourne, Florida, or visit their website, wasseysmeatmarket.com. They carry all the sizes of the Big Green Egg right there at Wassey's Meat Market.
I'm Greg Rosenthal, host of NFL Daily. Join me live from Radio Row in New Orleans. I'll be interviewing the NFL's biggest names all week long. NFL Daily will have you ready for this year's big moment. Will it be Mahomes completing the three-peat or Jalen Hurts avenging their Super Bowl 57 loss? We'll be there on the field after the game. Full recap, interviews with this year's Super Bowl champions. Don't miss it. Listen to NFL Daily on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Follow NFL Daily and start listening on the free iHeartRadio app today.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, GRAND, G-R-A-N-D, GRAND. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
If it's important to you, it's on, and probably being mocked by.
Maybe closer than that to the Super Bowl. And it's going to be a big one. It's going to be a huge event, as always, and everybody is going to be perfectly happy with everything that happens on the field.
Of course.
Right? Isn't that how it's going to go? I mean, maybe not. The Super Bowl.
Everybody's going to love the halftime show and know all of the songs.
Everybody's going to love the Super Bowl this year. Everybody's going to be happy with the score, with the performances. Anyway, I'm ready to be won over. Okay, Kendrick Lamar, I'm ready to be won over. I don't really know a lot of your music. I'm not super in touch with your beef with Drake or whatever else you have going on, even though I do tend to watch things like this. But I'm ready to be wowed. I am a person who in every moment is trying to find something awesome. And it's kind of like I always view it like I view going out to eat. If you go out to eat and you want to hate the food, you're a weird person. You should want to love everything. Every cuisine you try, every different thing opens up all of these different doors. It should be something that you get excited for, and then you're let down when it wasn't as good as you wanted it to be, or it's something that you don't actually like. I want the halftime show to be awesome. I want it to make me a fan. I don't know if that's going to happen because I don't know if it's just going to have the energy that I look for in a performance like that. But we'll see how everybody receives that next week, obviously. For now, what do we talk about? We talk about the security. And the security before this Super Bowl is bigger than anything I think I've ever seen before. Reminder, in New Orleans, they just had, right on New Year's, which is like a month ago and some change, a terrorist attack where a nut job drove his truck right down one of the streets. Then they have this very, very prominent game, the Super Bowl, that's held in the same city where that happened. And for the first time ever, you have a sitting president, President Trump, who's going to be attending the Super Bowl. So, to say the very least, this place is going to be like Fort Knox, you would hope. Of course, I've seen what happens
Fort
at
Knox with thousands upon thousands of people inside it.
Yeah, right. The thousands and thousands of people on the outside will be law enforcement officials. They've descended upon New Orleans this week, attempting to protect fans. But authorities continue to recommend vigilance, especially for those seeking tickets to Super Bowl LIX. And I want you two to be vigilant as well. All right, C-Lane and Josh, vigilant always.
I'll try.
The U.S. Department of Homeland Security maintains no specific credible threats have occurred related to the event so far, but you should stay attentive, keep your eyes peeled, and be vigilant. And I noticed something last time we were traveling. I am not that vigilant. I am not a very vigilant guy. Courtney's vigilant as hell. She's more vigilant than both of us need to be put together. We'll be walking around the airport and she'll go, "There's an unattended bag right there. Should we report that?" And I'll go, "Somebody just put down their bag for a second." She'll go, "It says right there, unattended baggage should be reported to." Yeah. And I'll, oh my God.
If you see something, say something.
She sees something, she says something. I see something and I go, "Well, it's probably normal. Sure, there's some wires hanging out of the bag." I do hear
it's ticking.
Yeah, there's a loud ticking noise. But it's kind of inconvenient. My flight's leaving.
In the event of a dildo, we do not imply ownership. It's never your dildo. We always use the non-possessive the dildo.
Generally speaking, yeah. My vigilance level is lower than it should be. Honestly, it should be higher. Maybe you have it more tightly wrapped here than I do.
The unattended bag thing is kind of weird because I think that's only like one part of the airport or like a certain section of the airport that cares about the unattended bag. Mm-hmm. And then, once you got into baggage claim, like have you ever, I know you've been like delayed on a layover or something, had to take a different flight. And then so your bag had gotten somewhere before you did.
Yeah.
And you go to the baggage claim and they're like, well, it's over in the unclaimed bags. And I was like, all of these are unattended. Nobody's attending these.
You guys don't even follow your own rules. Yeah. You're less vigilant than Sean is. What's happening here? We have to be vigilant. It is the Super Bowl, after all. Excitement is growing ahead of the big game in New Orleans on Sunday, according to Louisiana Attorney General Liz Murrill. But if you're looking to be in that number and buy tickets to the Super Bowl, you got to do your homework first. There are a lot of con artists, they say, that will be working overtime this week. In fact, they have already seized $40 million in counterfeit sports merchandise. $40 million they have seized. That is 214,000 items, including jerseys, shirts, hats, and jewelry. And I don't even see why anybody would buy some knockoff counterfeit jersey when the official NFL jerseys are so incredibly affordable. They are just, $19.99 or something. Why would anybody buy a fake one from China? All the tickets for Super Bowl LIX are digital. No other versions will be accepted at the Caesars Superdome. Tickets down about $3,000 on the cheapest side of things, and 73,000 of you will be there at the game inside the stadium. Have fun. Be safe. Man, huge security apparatus, though. Really, really big group of people who I'm sure are on top of things and are monitoring the situation there.
Do you think any of the people that try to sell the merchandise, like obviously they've, you said they just confiscated a whole bunch of, is that the $40 million, is that what it would cost if you were buying it from the NFL? Or
maybe. I don't know. That's interesting.
But do you think any of those people have started to like adjust their game so like they're circumventing the trademarks just a little bit, like a Poo-Boo situation?
That's Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah.
Can you do anything Left Behind? Could you do like a series of the banned and canceled team names, like Washington Redskins?
Oh, hell no. I bet you Washington Redskins is still a fully licensed trademark of the NFL that they would go after if you tried to sell anything like that. They own that still, of course.
Yeah, Florida Scratcher on YouTube says, try $150, Sean. Yeah, I'm being sarcastic. That was my point. Obviously, it's insane what they do, and I can only imagine.
Florida Scratcher, that's the joke, .jpg.
If you are at the Caesars Superdome, you're at Super Bowl LIX, You've got all the merch there, including you've got the Chiefs merch, and maybe even I don't know. Do they sell like before the game anything that says Super Bowl champs already, or is that they don't pop those out until afterwards?
That's after, and then the misprinted ones get sent to Africa, I think.
Right. Yeah, they end up with all the offshoots. And when I see that kind of stuff, I go, I wonder how much they're charging at the game.
Do fans get to buy those after the game?
I don't know. I don't know.
At the game is what I'm saying. I know that they're going to be available online in the different team
saying,
stores.
Like, in the merch store, physically at the stadium, do they have Super Bowl champ stuff ready to put out immediately? Which,
because I know they have it ready for the team to wear.
Mm-hmm.
But and then I've heard like behind the scenes stuff of like if one team is up and they get all the merch ready and they're like, oh my gosh, they just threw a pick six and now the other team is up and they have to take that all down and then run and get the other stuff that they just put the stamps on to airmail to Africa. They're just ripping all the stamps off and they're putting it in the other locker room.
Yeah. I don't know how it happens. Sports fans, mega sports fans, hit us up with the dispatcher and email if you know how that all works. I know this is going on. Yesterday, there was all this hubbub over money spent on Politico. It turned out it was these very expensive Politico Plus subscriptions that the government was paying for to the tune of about $8 million across all agencies.
I kept hearing the word subsidizing being used. They were subsidizing subscriptions to Politico Pro.
I don't think that's fair. I don't because I think if you said that they were giving like every government employee a Politico subscription, like a regular one, like $9.99 a month, you're kind of subsidizing Politico in a way. But if you're just paying for access to their program, I don't think that's subsidizing. I think they're just
paying for it.
They're just paying for it, right? And if they weren't paying it
like
for Politico,
my mom doesn't subsidize my e-pass.
Right.
She just forgets that I'm still on it.
After all that pressure yesterday on Politico, the very early morning email, their most popular newsletter, Politico's Playbook, said this guy has energy. Trump might be the oldest president ever to swear the oath, but he's not slowing down. The pace of executive action has been off the charts, and Trump has made public appearances and taken media questions almost every single day. Each emergency order signing turns into a press conference. Every trip on Air Force One is an impromptu gaggle with hacks.
Executive order.
Trump, executive order, excuse me. What'd I say?
Emergency order.
Oh, emergency executive order, EEO. Executive order. Trump has dominated.
He treats it like an emergency. He's like, we got to get these trannies off the field.
He's dominated every moment of the news agenda. Joe Biden, he is not. So are they at Politico trying to lather him up a little bit and go, come on, we like a little bit of that Politico Pro money. Will you just chill? We could be nicer to you. Possibly. There's only one way to find out. We'll keep an eye on all of this. You can join us on the show. It's easy to do. All you have to do is send us what we call a dispatch, and we'll get to some of those momentarily on the show. Right now, there was a signing ceremony, speaking of executive orders, where Trump was at the White House. This was the order protecting women's sports. They said keeping men out of women's sports, and Trump is signing this at the White House. He is surrounded in the most women that I've ever seen anybody surrounded in as he's signing this here.
Secret Service is worried about them. If we have to worry about them, we have big problems. Okay.
Young girls and women everywhere around him.
Watch what I do, then I'm going to give you some pens.
All right, my favorite part of this is he's so proud of his signature. He's like, watch what I'm about to do. This is it. You're right here. You're going to witness it. Here we go. Check it out.
Okay, do you want to do this? Watch what I do, then I'm going to give you some pens.
For a second, I thought he was going to let that little girl sign it.
Sign the executive order.
I was like, man, could you imagine the arguments over whether that executive order was valid if he had actually let that little girl sign it?
She signs this thing. They're all up just watching him, and he's like, here's how I do my signature.
Ready? What a nice picture this is, huh, Governor? You ready? We'll do a good job. Wait, let me press that. I want to make this a really good signature because this is a big one, right?
This is a big one. It's another big one. So they gather around and watch the president sign the executive order. What do you think about all of this? Let us know. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com and send us a dispatch right now.
Has he signed any small ones?
No, all big.
Any of this, but like this is just to make sure we turn the lights off at night.
Actually, that would have been funny if this is a small one. Still matters. All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll hear about a book that is surging in popularity. Why a 1940s U.S. sabotage manual is getting very popular right now. We got the last words of a Texas inmate and what's going on with that story, and more from you. It's all coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is the Jim Colbert Show.
Today on The Big Show, the best Florida companies to work for and why the color of your food matters. Plus, Danny Myrie drops by for Date Night Done Right. We'll talk to Glenn Klausman for Colbert Court. For trivia, it's 4 packs to the Monster Jam. 4 opportunities for you to win $1,000, plus your calls, texts, and talkbacks.
The Jim Colbert Show, today at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner with your Fox 35 Central Florida forecast. Today we'll see mostly sunny skies this afternoon and very warm conditions, more typical of April. Our high 84 degrees. Tonight we'll see mostly clear skies, low temperature 64. Tomorrow, much the same. Our high 84 degrees and a pattern that'll continue through this weekend. In fact, next week may be even warmer with highs closer to 85. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Brooks Garner.
This report is sponsored by Major League Fishing's Bass Pro Tours.
Get ready for the ultimate fishing show. Major League Fishing's Bass Pro Tours coming to Leesburg. Join fishing fans of all ages at the watch party, food festival, and trophy ceremony Saturday and Sunday, February 15th and 16th at Ski Beach Park, starting at 1. Admission's free, so come on out and join me. Go to MajorLeagueFishing.com/attend for more info.
Orlando's signature event is back. The Arnold Palmer Invitational presented by MasterCard returns to Bay Hill March 3rd through 9th. Watch your favorite PGA Tour pros define their legacy at a tournament as iconic as its namesake. Score a high five at the fan deck. Relive the vibes at Throwback Thursday with Corksicle. And savor every swing at Wine and Dine on 9 presented by Carmel Road Winery. Plus, experience the all-new lake house for unbeatable views of the action. Where will you be when a new champion is crowned? Secure your spot at ArnoldPalmerInvitational.com.
We've all made questionable decisions in life, like that time that you frosted the tips of your hair. But hiring an attorney shouldn't be. I'm Orlando attorney Mo DeWitt, and we offer a 100% satisfaction guarantee on all injury cases. If you are not completely satisfied with the way we treat you in your case within the first 30 days, you can take your file back and you owe us nothing. No fees, no costs, and no questions asked. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit justcallmo.com.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. And now save 50% on the new Sleep Number limited edition smart bed. Plus free home delivery when you add a base. Ends Monday. Exclusively at a Sleep Number store near you. Learn more at sleepnumber.com.
I'm Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I learned about atrial fibrillation the hard way. My symptoms would come and go. Shortness of breath, fatigue. I kept going. Then I got so lightheaded, I couldn't. My doctor said I have AFib, so I'm about 5 times more likely to have a stroke. Other symptoms, irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain can come and go, but the risk of stroke stays. If you have symptoms, tell a doctor. Visit notimetowait.com.
Sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
Are you a chronic interrupter? Incapable of letting other people talk? Do those people ask, how do you sleep at night? Then you should go to Mattress Firm. They have a 120-night sleep trial so you can get your money back if a bed's not right. That way, anyone, even...
I can go where I can feel strong and supported.
At VA, we're using technology to help veterans recover faster and live their lives to the fullest. Help us redefine the future of veteran healthcare.
Explore opportunities at vacareers.va.gov.
Well, by now, you probably know a handful of people on Ozempic or semaglutide, right? Hey, it's Sisney from On Air with Ryan Seacrest. These game-changing weight loss meds are everywhere, and Future Health makes it easy to get started. Yeah, Future Health. It's going to connect you with licensed doctors who specialize in these groundbreaking GLP-1 treatments. So go to tryfh.com. That's tryfh.com. Find out if weight loss meds are right for you in just 3 minutes at tryfh.com.
Tryfh.com.
Future Health is not a healthcare services provider. Meds are prescribed at provider's discretion. Results may vary. Sponsored by Future Health.
It's late, you're hungry, you can't decide whether to stay out or go home and order Wendy's delivery. But one thing is clear, it's a Baconate late kind of night. I mean, 6 strips of Applewood smoked bacon on a juicy double cheeseburger made fresh for you? How could you not? A Baconator is the perfect way to hit the spot before hitting up the next spot, even if the next spot is your bed. No judgment, it is late, but not too late to Baconate. That's what delivery's for. Gotta be Wendy's. Open till midnight or later. Delivery and hours may vary by location.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Are you a victim of the timeshare trap and think there's no way out? I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, the original timeshare cancellation expert. And I'm here to tell you that there is a way out. All you need to do is give my office a call. I will send you a timeshare exit information kit absolutely free, explaining how the timeshare industry works and your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free info kit. Call 800-522-5700. 800-522-5700.
Tap into your well-being with Audible audiobooks, podcasts, and originals. Expand your life with expert insight and motivation for better health, habits, relationships, finance, and more. Start listening free when you sign up for a 30-day trial at audible.com.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by crimeline.org. Give a tip anonymously.
Real Radio is on X at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Real Radio 104.1.
Join in on the chaos. We eagerly await your dispatch. This
Join us with a dispatch. We'll work on those in a moment. We haven't worked any in today, I don't think yet. But absolutely, you will be featured on the show in just a matter of minutes or segments here. So join us with those or your emails to tips@thenewsjunkie.com. It's been interesting watching the first couple of weeks of the Trump administration and people's reaction to it. More specifically, the reaction to all of this stuff has been something interesting to watch. And now I'm seeing that a book has gone viral, which how often does this happen, that a book goes viral?
Never.
You don't hear about that. No, Josh, you don't hear that people are going crazy for a non-Harry Potter book. The kids are all reading this thing. And it's a 1940s United States sabotage manual. Sabotage that's going viral right now. And it is what it sounds like. This used to be a top secret book.
Who wrote it?
It's called the Simple Sabotage Field Manual, a guide written by a U.S. intelligence agent in 1944 to help the Allied resistance during World War II. That's the actual book. And it's number one when you look at the top downloaded books on this Gutenberg website. Absolutely number one in the country right now. And it used to be, as I said, like a top secret book where you weren't supposed to be able to have this Simple Sabotage Field Manual.
So they crossed out secret.
Then they crossed out secret on it. And as you know, if you cross out secret, no takesies backsies, you can then talk about this all you want. And so I was interested. I said, what are people reading about here? You know, what exactly are they going to do to sabotage the country because they don't like what Trump or maybe Elon Musk are doing in office? And it's super interesting, actually. This is very specific stuff. In fact, this says specific suggestions for simple sabotage.
So many F's in this book.
It is full of them. And it's not, when they say simple sabotage, that's what they mean. They mean like tiny things, like sucking at your job on purpose. That's literally
I'm doing that right now.
It's true. It's not true. You're doing a great job, Josh. You're doing a great job.
Tricked you into complimenting me.
Simple sabotage is exactly what
you sabotaged him into complimenting you.
I've been had just like that. This says a list of specific acts as follows, classified according to types of target. The list is presented as a growing rather than complete outline of individual acts that you can do and methods of simple sabotage. And we start with buildings. Warehouses, barracks, offices, hotels, and factory buildings are outstanding targets for simple sabotage. They're extremely susceptible to damage, especially by fire. This seems like bad advice to give out, but I guess that's what they're going for. They offer opportunities to such untrained people as janitors, charwomen.
The hell is a charwoman?
I don't know. Sounds like a burnt woman if I'm real with you, but I don't know what a charwoman, casual visitors, and when damaged, they present a relatively large handicap to the enemy. Fires can be started wherever there is an accumulation of inflammable material. Warehouses are obviously the most promising targets, but
charwoman. That's exactly how it's said. Although it says British, so it's supposed to sound British. A woman employed to clean houses or offices.
All right, so somebody who's like a janitorial custodial.
They just give the woman janitors a different name?
Yeah. This says, whenever possible, arrange to have the fire start after you have gone away. Thanks. Thanks for the clarification. Use a candle and paper combination, setting it as close to the inflammable material you want to burn. And they go on to tell you basically how to light stuff on fire. And this is not just a one-off. Ruin warehouse stock by setting the automatic sprinkler system to work. You can do this by tapping the sprinkler heads sharply with a hammer or by holding a match under them. And again, this is the most popular free book in the United States of America right now, this simple sabotage field manual that everybody has started to download. So are people going to start doing this? Are they going to start activating the sprinklers at their work? Are they going to start sucking at their jobs on purpose? They talk about, believe it or not, clogging the toilets at your workplace as a method of resistance.
Have I sabotaged iHeartMedia before?
You might, yeah. This says put a coin beneath a bulb in a public building during the daytime so that fuses will blow out when lights are turned on at night. Jam paper, bits of woods, hairpins, anything else into the locks of all these public buildings. On and on it goes with all these simple ways that people are learning to sabotage.
This sounds like the manual for like old school senior pranks at your high school.
It does kind of. And they just go on and on. Water, urine, wine, or any other simple liquid you can get in reasonably large quantities will dilute gasoline fuel to a point where no combustion will occur. So you put sugar, urine, whatever in people's gas tanks to stop stuff. And
yeah, but that's a waste of wine. You want to drink the wine while you pee in the gas tank.
Then pee it out. Yeah, that's one way to do it for sure. And I wonder if people will start to take to this simple sabotage of the country. Personally, I love this country, and I don't want to sabotage it. I'm not in that mood, but
I thought you were going a completely different route. Like, personally, I love this idea.
I do not love this idea. I don't want people to sabotage things. I don't want that to happen. Crazy Drunk Cat Lady over on chat says, they didn't have so many cameras back then, though. Very true. Very, very true. Harder to get away with these tactics these days. Zach says, does it say anything about yelling fire in a crowded theater? It says everything that you could think of to slowly, methodically suck at your job and take down whatever country you're trying to sabotage. But are people actually going to do this is the question. Many people have downloaded it. Somebody has to.
To Crazy Drunk Cat Lady's point, if there were an updated version of the simple sabotage manual, there would probably be a clause or chapter or so on disabling cameras.
Yeah. You got to wipe out the camera, and then you do whatever you got to do. Some of the things they say are so petty. It's like the most petty sabotage ever. Look at this. For instance, railway workers were advised to print multiple tickets for the same seat on trains used by German soldiers.
Chaos! I can't believe they printed multiple train tickets for the same seat.
How will you recover from this?
We are so sabotaged right now.
Secretaries were encouraged to have callers wait for long periods or even forget to connect important calls. Saboteurs working for factories that were important for the German war effort were encouraged to let whole rolls of toilet paper fall into the toilet bowl to block the facilities. So they wanted to lower morale overall.
Oh,
what do you think?
Kann Weibsehane.
Anti-American or strategy?
It sounds anti-German.
Yeah, a little bit. This is old. This is from the 1940s, so maybe it needs an update. But this is absolutely going viral right now. Give us your thoughts. Let us know what you think at thenewsjunkie.com. The Trump resistance. Try to find something to do right now. They got to get it all together. And we'll see what happens with them. We'll see what happens with your dispatches when we come back. We'll also talk about an update in the Canada versus United States war. And Canada has drawn a line in the sand. I have to say, I defend you on this, Canada. I actually defend you on this. This was smart of you. We'll go into what they've done. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
This is Robert from Rockledge, Florida, and I just won $1,000.
Your next chance to win $1,000 is minutes away, courtesy of Mills Air on Real Radio 104.1.
Traffic is up to speed on most of the major roadways. However, on I-4, there's still some slowdowns between US 27 and after State Road 429, between Osceola Parkway and after State Road 535. No major problems on I-95 or Florida's Turnpike. Emergency crews are clearing up an accident where Pine Hills Road meets Silver Star Road. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by True Green. True Green. Get a golf course quality lawn that's more affordable than you think. Don't wait. Visit TrueGreen.com today and let the pros handle the work while you enjoy the results. That's TrueGreen.com. True Green, the official lawn care treatment provider of the PGA Tour.
Thank you for making Mercedes-Benz of South Orlando one of the premier luxury dealerships in Central Florida. We are the official dealer of luxury, providing the ultimate VIP experience at a price you can afford. Call Monica Ventura at 689-319-7680. That's 689-319-7680. We guarantee you will be treated like VIP and nothing less. Across from the mall at Millennium.
Everyone deserves a fast and reliable connection. One that helps better their everyday through the things they value most. Friends and family, education and career. A connection that opens pathways to opportunity and builds roads to a better future. At Spectrum, we're committed to delivering just that every single day. Because with the right connection, anything is possible. That's Life Unlimited. That's Spectrum.
When you enter a place of business, you're owed a legal duty that the place of business is safe for you to shop in. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you suffered an injury at a place of business, our duty is to protect you after that harm. Morgan & Morgan, for the people.com.
It's Throwback Thursdays at Tijuana Flats. Every Thursday, grab a burrito, chips, and a drink for just $7.99. Same bold flavors, unbeatable deal. Don't miss out. Swing by Tijuana Flats this Thursday and fuel up for $7.99.
Ooh, should we get an app?
Appetizer? Nah, not for me. Trying to save some money, you know?
You know what you need? The Upside app. Gives you cash back on essentials like gas, groceries, and dining. You could earn up to $10 on every restaurant meal.
Upside? What's the catch?
No catch. Just download the free app, claim an offer, and get real cash back at places like Popeyes, Taco Bell, and Pizza Hut.
Okay, now that's the app I'm getting.
Download the Upside app and get a 10% bonus on your first restaurant purchase. Offers vary by user and location. Go to upside.com for terms and conditions.
I'm Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I learned about atrial fibrillation the hard way. My symptoms would come and go. Shortness of breath, fatigue. I kept going. Then I got so lightheaded, I couldn't. My doctor said I have AFib, so I'm about 5 times more likely to have a stroke. Other symptoms, irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain can come and go, but the risk of stroke stays. If you have symptoms, tell a doctor. Visit NoTimeToWait.com.
Sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
Jay, why is auto insurance so expensive? I need to get insured, but I need a better solution.
Vic, you should call Acceptance. Acceptance had better rates, better options, and better customer service than my previous company. Acceptance was just better. They did all the work comparing different plans and found me the best payment options that fit my budget.
Really? Do you have their number?
800-606-7049. 800-606-7049.
Why pay more? Acceptance Insurance has offices in your neighborhood, and one call to Acceptance could save you up to 30% on your car insurance. 800-606-7049. Let Acceptance work better for you. 800-606-7049. 800-606-7049. Acceptance Insurance. We shop, you save. Restrictions apply based on a Q1 2024 study of acceptance insurance customers who reported saving when they switched. License number L012994.
Look to Orange Buick GMC for your next truck at orangebuickgmc.com. We are professional grade.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. From car accidents to personal injury cases, Mo has you covered. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1, Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Now is your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Check. C-H-E-C-K. Check. That's check. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm. Good luck.
Forever hovering over life's great dump button. You're listening to the...
Take it much more. I cannot take it much more. I saw somebody
You're
over
gonna
on
take
chat.
it. You're gonna take it.
And when I see something like this over on chat, I have to say something about it because they were freaking out at their local grocery store. This person said at their local grocery store, no eggs to be found. Completely gone. All of the eggs completely disappeared. And I put this with a story that I see today. And I say something that it does not warm my heart to say this. I love this country. I love the United States of America. I'm a proud patriot. I fly the red, the white, and the blue and all that stuff, right?
Mostly the red.
Sometimes I listen to Kid Rock even. I don't even like Kid Rock. I feel like that's more patriotic in the moment or something. I'm trying my best. But I see what's happening in this country, and I sometimes think we're the dumbest country on the planet. I do. I still love us. But we got to get it together. We do such dumb things, such silly, foolish things. And the egg thing is the latest of the dumb things. It's like the toilet paper thing. We all knew, all of us smart people knew, like, hey, let's just take it easy. We don't need to buy an entire warehouse full of toilet paper. Everybody's going to be able to get some and we'll be okay. And it took like 3 months for that thing to iron out. It was a catastrophe. And now the eggs are the thing. And I saw this video. Somebody filmed in Costco, and they dropped a pallet, and I'm not kidding you, a Costco pallet of eggs, and it was gone in 10 minutes. And people were filling up their entire shopping carts full of eggs. This person must have
a restaurant,
I don't know,
4 restaurants?
Yes, they must have a chain of restaurants. They must be the founder of Waffle House. They've got an entire shopping cart, a Costco shopping cart, completely full, stack, with eggs everywhere.
That or he is a creator of artisanal mayonnaise, and
Perhaps.
the production has just been way low since this shortage of eggs.
They put out an entire thing of eggs, and all of these people grabbed every one that was available within 10 minutes at Costco. So then the next people come up and they go, oh, there's no eggs. Next time we see the eggs, we got to get all the eggs and get rid of them. It's insane to me. Absolutely wild. And we don't need to do this. Even though they might be a little more expensive on account of the bird flu, et cetera, you don't need to haul ass and get these eggs. Has this been a problem in your life yet, C-Lane?
No. I mean, I don't cook a lot of eggs on the regular. But when I have needed them, it has not been not hard to find. I know that the shelves are not as stocked as normal,
right.
But I don't shop in that particular volume that we're seeing from this Costco video.
No normal person does, I don't think. Nor do they need to, I wouldn't think.
All right, since we're on the eggs thing, I have a really dumb, not a farmer, question about this whole egg shortage.
Ready for
and
it.
And a potential reason that it could last just a little bit longer. Now, we know that the egg shortage is bird flu related.
It's true. At least that's what we hear, yeah.
Because of the bird flu, they've had to slaughter millions of chickens.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why the egg production is a little bit lower at the moment.
Yes.
Is the egg shortage going to last longer because we have to get our chicken count back up, and as such, we need to fertilize these eggs and let them actually hatch and grow into full-size egg-producing chickens? Is that another cog in the egg shortage machine? Is getting back to a place where we can eat these eggs and not let them become chickens? Or is that a different farm?
We need Farmer John to really nail this down.
He's a cattle farmer, though.
I know, but farmers know. Yeah, if one farmer knows all the farmer stuff, I believe in the farmer. I think that he knows this stuff. But everybody's suggesting, get a chicken, get chickens. No, unless you want a chicken, unless you live way out in the sticks. I did see a guy on TV recently that's like, and if you do it after the upfront cost, it's not that much. I'm like, what? No, everybody else has been saying the opposite thing. I did have one idea, and I wanted to kind of bring this up for all of us. This could include everybody on the show, really. C-Lane did just move to a new house recently, right?
Uh-huh.
And he's been bragging a bit, rightfully so, about his extended backyard. It's a big backyard.
I have room for a coop.
Coop in the back of the yard. Mm-hmm. Then you, Josh, I, Sabrina, whoever, we don't have to worry about these squeezes in the future. We're good to go, no matter the egg situation out there, because these folks are going to keep doing this over and over and over again. The Real Water Boys on Twitch says, my neighbors got 3 chickens about 3 months ago. Cute little boogers. They're adorable, but in the city, a little bit loud. Some information coming in that C-Lane will be happy about.
Oh, I have information coming in that you'll be happy about from... You said it. You Beetlejuiced him.
From your wife who said we can have chickens at your house in a coop?
No, Farmer John.
Oh, what did he say?
He said, yeah, it's going to be a massive rebuilding process where a lot of the eggs will be fertilized, but the capacity for incubating and raising them up is not nearly big enough. So while this is going to go on for a while, and everybody should just have chickens in their backyard, no roosters. Just no roosters. Roosters are bad.
He's saying to do it. All right. He's the farmer guy. I'm going with him. Get the damn chickens in your backyard. That's the way to go right now, because all these idiots are at Costco scooping all the eggs up. The president of Colombia has chimed in, and he has made a comment. I'm going to tell you the comment. You tell me how you feel about the comment. Mm-hmm. Colombia's president, I'll tell you before I say this, obviously he's vested, okay? He's a little bit involved in this. He might benefit from this. But the president of Colombia, Gustavo Petro, has said cocaine is, quote, no worse than whiskey and is only illegal because it comes from Latin America. He said it would be sold like wine if legalized worldwide. He said, scientists have analyzed this. Cocaine is no worse than whiskey. The global cocaine industry would be easily dismantled if you legalize it.
Wine? Could you imagine going to the store and picking up a vintage cocaine?
What is this? Oh, is that a 2021? That's a pandemic summer.
It's a pre-embargo cocaine.
Yeah, that you would sell it like wine, he says. And I imagine when you would go into a restaurant or something, like they put the wine out and you take an inhale.
And then it's gone.
I'm going to need more on the plate in front of me here. I agree with him in some ways. I don't think it's that much worse for you than whiskey, but he wants this to be something that the world embraces. He said this during a 6-hour ministerial meeting, broadcast live for the first time ever. And he said, if this wasn't made in Latin America, it wouldn't be banned. We need to open this up, and they could sell it around the world like wine. Again, he's very vested. He's going to make a lot of monies off this. His country will, too.
So he has no problem with Trevor Noah's Grammy joke.
I wouldn't think so, no. That Shakira is the best import from Colombia since...
that's not a Class A felony.
That's not a Class A felony, right. All right, we want to hear from you. Send us your dispatch, and we'll get into a couple of these. After this, I told you this.
That got me, man. That is great. Ridiculous.
That's quite the idea. I'm not fully against it, but we're talking about Canada and the war between the United States and Canada that has been brewing. I've made my stance on this quite clear. Canadians, beware. And first recently it started with the Canadians booing our national anthem at several sports games. And then The United States started booing the Canadian anthem at a sports game. And these are just poor people singing this song, trying to get through it as they get booed by all these sports fans. We lost our moral high ground in that one. And now, in Quebec City, in Canada, they're now begging the public not to boo an upcoming hockey game. They said, please, please, we understand what's going on, Canadians. We understand that you're mad at the Americans. We are begging you. Please do not boo the national anthem at this game. It is the prestigious International Pee Wee Hockey Tournament that begins next week.
See, but I was wondering, it's like they're going to have to, because we already know they were willing to boo a 15-year-old girl who was Canadian.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Who was from Ontario, I believe. And just because she was singing the USA national anthem. How young do we have to put this person on stage singing the national anthem to get people not to be absolute monsters?
Kids. It's like during the election when that one lady started screaming at the person's baby in the stroller because the people were like Trump supporters, and she's like yelling at the baby in the stroller. It goes all the way down the line. Like no holds barred.
There's a thing, and tell me if I'm wrong, but I've heard this. Thank you, Josh. Heard this from a couple people where during like big soccer matches, both of the teams walk out holding the hands of children.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm told that they do that because if the children weren't there, they would start fighting each other. Or there was like too many instances where they did start fighting or something like that, where they're like, well, at least if we do like a nice thing with children, they'll act like adults until the children leave, and then we can start the match.
This is what we have to do to adults in both the United States and Canada. Please don't boo the Pee Wee hockey players, begs the Canadian leadership. We'll see if they do. Let us know how you feel. Let's get in a couple of dispatches real quick to start things off here on the show. Here's the Electric Judas with a dispatch. Hello? Uh-oh.
Just junkies. I'm happy to actually be able to listen to the show live for once.
Oh, no. I'll tell you what he said. He said, I've been driving since 2 o'clock in the morning because he didn't listen back. The quality was low. Just for the record, if your dispatch sucks because of your phone or some other software glitch stuff, when you listen back to it, go to thenewsjunkie.com, go to the dispatches page, and you can add a file. You can add a file, which will come in, so you can record it on any app you want, and then you could put a nice crystal clear audio file on there. But he said, I've been driving since 2 o'clock in the morning after I worked a 10-hour shift to go to New York and visit a buddy of mine from Ohio. He said, I hope you guys have a good show, able to listen live for the first time. Love you guys. Thank you, friend. Appreciate you.
Now, is this particular dispatcher the arch enemy of Electric Jesus?
I would assume so, but I don't fully know. I just know that the username would suggest that is the case. Green Pan. Let's go over to a different one here. Here's Junkie Dick with a dispatch. Go ahead.
That Sabotage book sounds like a soft version of the old school Anarchy cookbook.
Oh, true. I remember that. I wanted to get my hands on that in middle school so bad. I'm like, this is the cool thing. Here's Anonymous with a dispatch.
Oh, hello, Sean. Hello, Sabrina. Hello, C-Lane.
Hello, Anonymous.
Hello. The last few weeks, you've been talking about a very wonderful, beautiful actress by the name of Blake Lively. There's been crazy accusations out there to her even farting in other people's presence.
No way.
I just got one word for you guys. Wrong. Besides that, I believe I can fix her. I think I can make it all right. I don't care what she does. No offense to my wife, but
she may take offense, sir.
Love the show, guys. Pop.
Thank you, Green Panda, a.k.a. Anonymous, for your dispatch. Quick break. When we come back, we'll get to this Texas inmate and an insane final moment that this guy had on planet Earth. What did he do? What went down for the Texas execution? And some details on the final meal kerfuffle. We'll get to that. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio. It is.
The Monsters in the Morning.
Russ is going to look like a bologna roll in this red suit.
Yeah.
A bologna roll.
The Monsters in the Morning.
Real radio 104.1.
Traffic is up to speed on most of the major roadways. However, on I-4, there's still some slowdowns in that Champions Gate area. Delays between Osceola Parkway and after State Road 535 there. Construction continues where Universal Boulevard meets Destination Parkway, affecting all lanes there. The off-ramp is partially blocked from I-4 westbound to Buena Vista Drive due to construction as well. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by the 47 Morning Update.
If you voted for Donald Trump, then you've got to start your day with the 47 Morning Update with me, Ben Ferguson. All the headlines from Trump's Oval Office. It's quick, it's bold, and it's unfiltered. So download the 47 Morning Update now wherever you get your podcasts.
One of my favorite things about that mortgage guy, Don, is the fact that he's part of the Real Radio family. You can tune into the Home Loans Radio Show every Saturday morning and get your questions answered live on the air. That mortgage guy, Don, being part of the Real Radio family means he's taking care of your family. He's a stand-up guy who's looking out for you. And when you're making big decisions, big life decisions, well, you got to work with someone who has your best interest in mind. And that's that mortgage guy, Don. Peace of mind right there at your fingertips by going to thatmortgageguydon.com.
Don't miss the boat, compare your quote with thatmortgageguydon.com. Hush, little baby, yes you can. Mama's gonna buy you a prepaid plan. And with that Florida prepaid plan, Mama's gonna send you to college land. And when you're free to pursue your dreams, Mama's gonna watch your future beam.
With a Florida 529 prepaid plan, you can save for your little one's future. Plans start at $29 a month. Open enrollment is now.
Men, trouble in the bedroom? Not anymore. Premier Men's Medical Center restores your sex life in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate erectile dysfunction and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Premier Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Premier Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. You'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients get their testosterone checked free. Call 407-337-5569. 407-337-5569. To restore your sex life in just one visit, call now. 407-337-5569.
Starting the journey to become a nurse can be confusing, but the first step is surprisingly simple. Join us at Galen College of Nursing's upcoming open house. You'll get to meet advisors, current students, and faculty. Plus, learn about the personalized student support Galen offers to help you succeed in nursing school. RSVP now for our open house on Tuesday, February 18th from 4:30 to 6:30 p.m. by visiting galencollege.edu/Orlando.
Don't miss Spark STEM Fest at Orlando Science Center on February 15th through the 17th. It's 3 days of exhibits, robots, flight simulators, bionics, expert Q&As, and live shows, including Jason Latimer with Impossible Science Live. Get tickets and more info at osc.org.
Taxes was not knowing your full financial picture. Now Taxes is getting and maximizing your refund all in one place. Credit Karma, where a TurboTax expert can do your taxes for you. They'll get you the most money back, guaranteed. Then you can do more with all that money, all in Credit Karma. Now this is Taxes. Intuit Credit Karma with TurboTax. Get started today. See guarantee details at turbotax.com/guarantees. Experts only available with TurboTax Live.
Why pay more for prescriptions? Stop overpaying and start saving with SingleCare. It's easy. Find your prescription on singlecare.com, show the coupon at the pharmacy, and start saving. SingleCare works at pharmacies nationwide and is completely free to use, whether you have insurance or not. So the next time you fill a prescription, check SingleCare to make sure you're getting the best price. Take control of your prescription costs. Go to singlecare.com or download the free app today.
In a world where every second counts,
immigration raids are still underway across the country.
iHeartRadio has one podcast that keeps you informed. 24/7 News. The latest. Today's latest news every hour in just 4 minutes.
DeepSeek launched its AI model R1 last week.
Be the first to know.
President Trump has sent a loud and clear message.
iHeartRadio's 24/7 News. The latest. Open the free iHeart app and listen now.
Think orange for your next vehicle. OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
Now is your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Check. 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 That's check. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm. Good luck.
Hear it here first. Then everyone else will catch up in a week or two.
thenewsjunkie.com. And if you want, you can explore the world of uncensored secret shows. Check them out over on thenewsjunkie.com.
Well, you're not excited about secret shows, Josh?
No, I'm very excited. Big fan.
Yeah. He quit. That's okay. It's fair.
Contract dispute.
Over 400 episodes, right? I think. Yeah. I mean, uncensored on the website, thenewsjunkie.com. And if you like this show and you want to go a little more freewheeling, a little more jokes over like news stuff, it's a fun time every week. And if you gift subscriptions, you'll see it pop up on the live stream, a whole animation. The more you gift, the crazier it gets. Go check it out, thenewsjunkie.com right now. There is a story out today about a man. When they have 3 names in the story, you know that they're really trying to get the name right. And this is used because, not because of what you think. You probably go, whoa, when I'm reading a news story and it says Stephen LaWayne Nelson, 3 names, people with 3 names are crazy. The news outlets use all 3 names, first name, middle name, last name, to avoid any kind of lawsuits when it's a story that's more serious about what somebody did. And this guy was 37 years old, and he was put to death by the state of Texas in Huntsville this week. And I don't know where you guys are at on this, so let's kind of take the pulse here, or take the temperature, if you will. The death penalty, folks in chat. Yes or no? A simple yes or no to the death penalty. Are you with it or you're not? You've probably heard me and my takes on this over the years. I believe that spending the entirety of your life behind bars with no potential to ever get out is a significant deterrence to people committing crime. And I happen to think personally, even though I would be fine with the death penalty, if we had some sort of machine that said, is this person definitely guilty? Bam, done, go for it, off them, who cares? But I can't sit by if even one person slips through the cracks who is totally innocent and is killed by the state. That's just how I am on this. That's my take, and it hasn't really wavered. I don't like the death penalty for that reason. Those outliers, those mistakes are just unacceptable in my world. But this guy seems like he was pretty darn guilty. Stephen LaWayne Nelson, 37, said, "Let's ride, Warden," before he was pronounced dead at 6:50 p.m. CST in Huntsville, Texas on Wednesday night. Here's KCEN with some details about this guy. Here we go.
Texas executed death row inmate Stephen LaWayne Nelson today for the 2011 murder of a pastor. Nelson was convicted of beating, strangling, and killing 28-year-old Reverend Clint Dobson in Arlington 14 years ago. Attorney General Ken Paxton said that justice has finally been served. The 37-year-old's lethal injection marked the second execution in the U.S. this year.
That's it.
Nelson's execution is the first of 4 scheduled in Texas this year, including Richard Tabler. Tabler killed 4 people in Killeen in 2004. He is scheduled to be executed next Thursday.
All right, there was a couple of things about this story that stood out to me. One, Stephen LaWayne Nelson, who did all these horrible things, he had his wife who showed up, and he met his wife. She started emailing him, I guess, while he was behind bars. And it's so weird to see him and his wife in photographs because she just looks like this totally normal person. But somehow she decided to be with this guy. Like, I'm trying to find a photo. Here's the two of them here. Hang on, give me just a second to pull this up. There he is. Here he is with his wife that he met while he was behind bars. Obviously, he's on the other side of the protective glass, and there's his wife.
Wow.
And she sought him out, this guy who's on death row, and chatted him up and wanted to be with him, even though he had done all these horrific things and was found guilty of them. He recently married while on death row. His new wife, Helene Dubois, connected with Nelson via an inmate letter writing program in 2020. And
she does look rather normal, but then, like, I think she would look a lot more normal if she wasn't posing with a death row inmate behind a pane of protective glass.
They're trying to make it look like the glass isn't there. Like,
if it was just her building a snowman, AI him out and there's a snowman behind her, she looks like a completely normal person. And then now it's like, oh my gosh.
I'm gonna put this up on See It Now. I'll do it as I'm talking here so everybody could take a peek, because obviously it's a visual on the show. But the woman who married this guy just seemed to be a rather normal person. And I always wonder what makes somebody like that seek a person on death row out.
Do you think they've ever physically touched?
I don't believe so, but maybe.
I don't think death row gets conjugal visits.
I'm not even talking conjugal. Like,
first base conjugal.
Is there,
just touch, like hand on a shoulder, a hug, or anything?
Have they ever held hands?
I don't know. I don't know. We'll see what it says in the story here. But I did just put the photo of this couple up on See It Now over on thenewsjunkie.com so you could take a look. Some of the details about this, pretty wild. Nelson beat, strangled, and suffocated a Reverend Clint Dobson inside a Baptist church in 2011. His secretary was horrifically beaten but survived her injuries. Despite reports of his protestation at entering the chamber, he appeared at peace with his fate in his very last moments. His wife, Helene Dubois, held up to the window a white dog that she was allowed to bring into the witness area. And the guy on death row said, "Give Monkey a hug for me." He said, "I'm not scared. It's cold as S in here, but I'm at peace. I'm ready to be at home. Let's ride, Warden." He had a spiritual advisor there along with him. And then finally, they did the thing. But here's the brutal part about this. This guy's maintained his innocence. He said he was just a lookout, et cetera, et cetera. But his last meal, this guy's last meal, nothing. Nothing.
Hardcore.
Because they couldn't get eggs.
Here's why. It's not because of the egg shortage. Texas no longer offers last meals after Lawrence Russell Brewer placed an order for a triple meat bacon cheeseburger, meat lovers pizza, 3 fajitas, a pound of barbecue, 2 chicken fried steaks, a pint of ice cream, and a peanut butter fudge slab with crushed peanuts ahead of his execution. When it arrived, he refused it. And after that, they said in Texas, you can't have a last meal for your execution anymore.
So they're just being petty because the one guy pulled one over on them.
Somebody went out and picked up all that stuff, and they brought it back to the prison. They're like, son of a bitch.
Gotta be kidding me.
Now you're ruining it for everybody else out there. But this guy is now DEAD, and Monkey and Monkey's mom, a.k.a. his widow, move on. We'll see what you think about all of this. And we'll go to Trump really quickly before we get to your dispatches. Trump was talking in the White House yesterday about, he said he wants to build a new ballroom. He wants to build something new in the White House. And he wanted to do it even when Biden was in office because he thinks that the ballroom sucks. He wants a bigger ballroom, and he was even willing to pay for it. But it was just, he was laying this out during this talk. So let's listen to him. Here he is.
The people outside, they can't even get in. This room is packed. And, I offered to build a ballroom. I'm very good at building ballrooms. I build beautiful ballrooms. And I offered to build a ballroom for the White House. I was going to build it right there. This was going to be the reception room. And then I was going to build a beautiful, beautiful ballroom like I have at Mar-a-Lago, as beautiful as it can be. It was going to cost about $100 million. I offered to do it, and I never heard back. I offered to do it to the Biden administration, very active administration. And they didn't hear back. And I said again and again, 3-4 times, I said to top people, and they just didn't know what to do. They sort of said, this is good, but they had no idea. So I'm going to try and make the offer to myself, you know.
He's going to make the offer to himself to build a ballroom now, and I don't know how that negotiation goes.
I'd be pretty ruthless if he didn't accept that offer.
He's like, I'm the best deal guy ever. I turned down my own offer. It's like having AI talk to AI, and they just go deeper and deeper and deeper.
Because we could use a bigger room, right, Mark?
Right?
We could use a bigger room. President, would you like to build? Yeah, I would. We could use at the White House. It would actually be a beautiful addition. It's going to cost nothing. I'll spend the whole thing myself. We'll do a big, beautiful room, but we could use it at the White House. You know what they do when they have a big ceremony? To put up a tent. And somehow I think we've outgrown the tent stuff, right?
No, he doesn't want tents. Tents are gross. Oh, God. Can't do things in tents. He wants to build a big, beautiful ballroom. $100 million. If he wants to do that with his own money, I say let him do it, man. Why not? We don't have to waste taxpayer dollars, and then they build some stupid ballroom or whatever. I'm fine with it. What happens with all the rooms in the White House anyway? Is there a lot of extra space in there? You got like rooms that we could get rid of to expand this kind of stuff?
Oh man, that would be a supreme overreach if Elon started going after the unused rooms.
We'll Airbnb them to save taxpayer dollars here. This is how we'll get this all done. We're going to hear from you in a moment. Send us a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com to send yours right now. Some deals popping up as we get close to the Super Bowl Sunday right on the horizon. Let's see what they're giving out, what freebies we have, what discounts, what deals are ready for you. Chipotle is offering some specials on social media, including a giveaway of up to 50,000 entrees during the game. They're going to be posting codes on X, a.k.a. Twitter, and Instagram. And then the next day, you can get free guacamole and queso, so that you can do that afterwards. But if you're watching their social media during the game instead of watching the game, they'll be putting out these codes that you could use to immediately get a free meal whilst watching the Super Bowl, which could be nice. Buffalo Wild Wings is giving away 6-piece wings for free the Monday after the Super Bowl if the game goes into overtime. All right. Got to wonder what that cost them, right? I mean, aren't chicken wings expensive now, C-Lane? Aren't they pretty pricey?
Yeah, unless did they say 6-piece boneless or the 6-piece wings?
It just says 6-piece wings. So
they've been up there lately. How many people are going to run out to Buffalo Wild Wings and get their 6-piece wings?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think they'll be. Maybe if it wasn't the day after the Super Bowl, but because it is. Look, you people are fast with the photo dispatches.
See, now she looks normal.
She does.
The death row inmate's wife, they made her look normal because they put a snowman in the background. They literally did it with a photo dispatch. She looks normal without the glass at the prison or the prisoner with the tattoos all over him and stuff. Looking much more normal here. But I don't know. I question these women who seek out prisoners. I wonder what the thing is there. Is it because feels like the ultimate bad boy? Somebody on death row? Is it because you want somebody you're kind of scared of? Is it because you think
everybody deserves love?
Yeah. And if it's like this for this guy, imagine the Luigi dude. He's probably getting mail like crazy from these women.
My gosh.
We're trying to get a hold of him. Krispy Kreme will sell you a dozen original glazed donuts for just $2 if you buy a dozen or more. And Applebee's is giving away 20 wings with online orders of $40 or more with the promo code SBWings25 if you want to get some free stuffs for the Super Bowl.
Wow, you could use SB, huh? Shouldn't it be BG Wings 25?
Oh, that's you get into problems there on account of the whole trademark thing there. They keep sending around emails to us at iHeart. It's like, don't say this. Don't say this.
I'm going to say it.
Don't say it. And then they start getting specific with things you can't say. Like, I think it's okay if I say it, right? They said, do not say this, or this. Do not say Super Sunday. They said, do not say the Super Bowl. Not supposed to say the Super Bowl as if is this some sort of footwear event that's happening. And
did bars or restaurants or whatever get away with the superb owl bit?
I don't know.
Or is that just an online thing?
I think they're very, very worried about this here at the radio station. We will not stomp on that. We'll only talk about it in the sense of news stories, okay? We want to hear from you. Send us a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and fire off your dispatch right now. Here's one coming through. Sport Johnson is with us.
What up, Junkie Butt? Hey, going back to the Super Bowl merch, when the Super Bowl was in Jacksonville in 2005, it was the Eagles and Patriots. They had two big trailers, an Eagles trailer and a Patriot trailer. And when the game was over and the Patriots won, they opened up the trailer and it was all the Super Bowl winning team merchandise. And the Eagles trailer, they rolled it off back into the back. So, but it was available to purchase the shirts right there at the game.
That's smart.
Later.
That's real smart. And one more thing.
My friend says the security has not really changed.
No?
Yeah, he said.
Even though the president's going to be there?
I said, are you dealing with any extra security, extra red tape because the president's at the game? He said, no. The Super Bowl is a SEAR 1 event, SEAR-1, the highest level of security ranking by the Department of Homeland Security, so it's super locked down as it is.
SEAR 1 event, special event assessment rating fact sheet. SEAR 1, level 1, significant events with national and or international importance that require extensive federal interagency support. So that's like peak. That's the top of the line right there in terms of the level of protection that they're going to have. And obviously it makes sense for the Super Bowl. I guess what he's saying is that, there's nothing above it. It doesn't get any higher. It's fully secure here. All right, well, we'll get to this email in a bit here and more about the Super Bowl and the run-up to the event. But when we come back, the next episode with Joshua Fowler, I believe. I think maybe. We'll see. We'll see if there's one certain story that I'm looking to see if it appears in the next episode today. It's just there's a trend when you do the next episode that we shall see.
It's always very good.
We'll see how it goes. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by MyEternalVitality.com and Modern Plumbing Industries. At 9 p.m., it's Real Laughs with comedians James McGill and Ken. And Real Music starts tonight at 10 on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner with your Fox 35 Central Florida forecast. And if you think it feels more like April, you're absolutely right. We're going to see highs in the mid-80s for the next 7 to 10 days before we might see some storms and some slightly cooler weather by the middle of this month. But listen, until then, it's smooth sailing. Today, mostly cloudy skies. Our high 84 degrees this afternoon. Tonight down to 64. Tomorrow, much the same highs, close to 84. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Brooks Garner.
This report is sponsored by Red Pilled America.
This week on Red Pilled America, we tell the story behind the devastating Los Angeles wildfires from the people who lived it and reveal the source of the destruction and who's to blame. Listen to Red Pilled America on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you hear podcasts. That's Red Pilled America, a storytelling show.
Jay, why is auto insurance so expensive? I need to get insured, but I need a better solution.
Vic, you should call Acceptance. Acceptance had better rates, better options, and better customer service than my previous company. Acceptance was just better. They did all the work comparing different plans and found me the best payment options that fit my budget.
Really? Do you have their number?
800-606-7049. 800-606-7049.
Why pay more? Acceptance Insurance has offices in your neighborhood, and one call to Acceptance could save you up to 30% on your car insurance. 800-606-7049. Let Acceptance work better for you. 800-606-7049. 800-606-7049. Acceptance Insurance. We shop, you save. Restrictions apply based on a Q1 2024 study of Acceptance Insurance customers who reported saving when they switched. License number L012994.
This is Jenny Garth from I Do Part 2. Who do you know on Ozempic or semaglutide right now? Probably a ton of people. I know a ton of people too because it's everywhere. And for good reason. These groundbreaking GLP-1 medications are changing the weight loss game. At Future Health, they make accessing them simple, safe, and affordable. Their program connects you with licensed doctors who specialize in GLP-1 treatments, including Ozempic and semaglutide, so you can get the support you need to reach your weight loss goals. With Future Health, you'll have access to these trusted weight loss meds, plus ongoing care through their network of over 6,000 doctors and pharmacies nationwide. Find out if weight loss meds are for you in just 3 minutes at tryfh.com.
Tryfh.com.
Future Health is not a healthcare services provider. Meds are prescribed, provider's discretion. Results may vary. Sponsored by Future Health.
I'm Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I learned about atrial fibrillation the hard way. My symptoms would come and go. Shortness of breath, fatigue. I kept going. Then I got so lightheaded, I couldn't. My doctor said I have AFib, so I'm about 5 times more likely to have a stroke. Other symptoms, irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain can come and go, but the risk of stroke stays. If you have symptoms, tell a doctor. Visit notimetowait.com.
Sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks VapoStick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks vapors in an easy-to-apply stick. And it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks VapoStick, soothing comfort for the whole family. And when you need more comfort for yourself, try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks vapors. Use as directed. VapoStick for use ages 4 and up. Vapo Shower Max use for adults only.
Get Wawa Rewards' biggest deal of the year before it's gone. Redeem bonus offers for $1 hot coffee, $2 iced coffee, and $3 Monster Energy every day, as many times as you want. Now through February 16th.
People told me I needed to slow down. I told them I don't know how. I'm experiencing things I've only dreamed of. I have my freedom back. So while some days might be harder than others, I know a place I can go where I can feel strong and supported.
At VA, we're using technology to help veterans recover faster and live their lives to the fullest. Help us redefine the future of veteran healthcare.
Explore opportunities at vacareers.va.gov.
Everyone deserves a fast and reliable connection. One that helps better their everyday through the things they value most. Friends and family, education and career. A connection that opens pathways to opportunity and builds roads to a better future. At Spectrum, we're committed to delivering just that every single day. Because with the right connection, anything's possible. That's Life Unlimited. That's Spectrum.
Why pay more for prescriptions? Stop overpaying and start saving with SingleCare. It's easy. Find your prescription on singlecare.com, show the coupon at the pharmacy, and start saving. SingleCare works at pharmacies nationwide and is completely free to use, whether you have insurance or not. So the next time you fill a prescription, check SingleCare to make sure you're getting the best price. Take control of your prescription costs. Go to singlecare.com or download the free app today.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Dispensing unsolicited advice on a wide range of pointless topics.
Things happening in the world of entertainment and beyond. And we appreciate you being with us today. Learn more about the show by taking a little visit over to the website, which is at thenewsjunkie.com. One thing I want to touch on in a bit here on the show, maybe after the next episode, I don't know if you guys have been following at all this wild tale of this woman who went to Pakistan to get married. Have you seen this at all?
No.
Oh, man.
No.
Okay. So we need like a whole explainer here on this lady. Some crazy ass lady from America went to Pakistan to marry this dude. And then when she got there, he realized she was crazy. So he said, get out of my house. And then she set up shop in like the parking lot by his apartment and she wouldn't leave. And now she's holding press conferences and demanding money from the Pakistani government. And she's wild, just absolutely unhinged.
And the man she's marrying was a teenager, 19 years old.
Oh, was he? Okay, I didn't see that part. 19 years old. Okay, keep some of the stories on that up, C-Lane, because we have to do a deep dive into this. It's so interesting what this lady is up to, and she is unhinged, absolutely unhinged. All right, let's get into it. Let's do the next episode.
There's a lot on TV, and you can't possibly keep up with all of it, even though you should, because what else are you going to talk about?
I would have laid the wood all night and all next day and the day after. Then you would need the gyno from all the wear and tear, where you would be told, I'm sorry, Miss Clark, but you have a serious case of the clap.
Nothing. Weather's nice. It's time for the next episode with
me.
Too far.
Christ.
I went on for a while.
Oh, man. That was rough.
It had to, just, for all that destruction to happen.
Mm-hmm. I guess so.
Naturally. Next episode is brought to you by That Mortgage Guy, Don.
That's right. You go to That Mortgage Guy, Don, if you're looking to get out of your rental situation and throwing away the money. You want that money to have meaning for you and not just throw it away just because you needed a place to live for another 30, 31 days. You go to That Mortgage Guy, Don, thatmortgageguydon.com, and you can use the compare quote calculator, where if you already have a quote from somewhere else, maybe he can get you a little bit better one. He's very good at it. He's a mortgage wholesaler, and he can help you out with regular, traditional mortgages, business loans, HELOCs, all that stuff. He is the expert you can trust, and you can find him at thatmortgageguydon.com.
Don't miss the boat, compare your quote with thatmortgageguydon.com.
Biha says, was that AI, the intro clip? No.
It was not. You were reading something.
Yeah, man, that was actually me saying that, unfortunately. Okay, go ahead, Josh.
I'm sorry for you.
Yeah.
This guy.
Fat Joe.
No, but it's the guy that produced this song.
Irv Gotti.
Gotti is dead.
Gotti. That's unfortunate.
Gotti. Yeah.
How'd he die? He wasn't that old, was he?
54 years old. He struggled with diabetes, he said, when he was alive. He suffered a stroke a year ago and had to walk with the aid of a cane. His children announced in a statement this morning, quote, "It is with heavy hearts that we announce the passing of our beloved father, Irv Gotti Lorenzo, on February 5th, 2025, surrounded by family and friends. He departed this world, leaving behind a legacy that will forever resonate in the hearts of those who knew him and the countless lives he touched." Isn't that sweet?
So he founded Murder Inc. Records.
Correct.
Which was Ja Rule, DMX. What? A lot of other people. Ashanti, yeah.
Wait, is that why Ja Rule used to sing, "It's murder"?
Oh, I think so, actually.
I think so, yeah.
I just realized that right now, but yes, thank you.
He also produced Can I Live on Jay-Z's debut album, Reasonable Doubt, and he signed none other than Vanessa Carlton to a record deal and produced her 2007 album, Heroes and Thieves.
Which
way. I believe features the Making My Way Downtown.
Really?
I saw
knew she was from the street.
I saw a little mini documentary on how she was sort of a one-hit wonder just from that song, that little piano riff, which she wrote the piano riff and they had to make the song around it. But I didn't know that it was a Murder Records thing.
Now you know.
Yeah, she's a blood.
Yep.
From what I hear.
I've heard that about Vanessa Carlton. She does a hand sign. Speaking of Irv Gotti, 50 Cent was never a fan of him and continues even when he's dead to not be a fan of him.
No.
I emailed you the picture 50 Cent posted on his Instagram. He said, "I'm smoking on that Gotti pack. Nah, God bless him. Peace, dove, LOL."
Oh, he's got a tombstone next to him.
He's sitting next to a tombstone smoking.
A hookah.
A lot of this comes from Fitty's lifelong feud with Ja Rule from back in the 90s.
50 Cent is funny, man.
Hilarious.
He's a really funny guy. And he's one of those guys that surprises me. He doesn't, as far as I know, he doesn't get high. He doesn't drink. He's a sober guy. And he just kind of likes trolling all the other rappers out there. I gotta like the guy, man.
I liked when he trolled Floyd Mayweather,
yes,
making fun of him for not being able to read.
That was funny.
That was super funny.
The Harry Potter book, yeah.
All right. Anyway, that's his take on Irv Gotti. God rest your soul, Irv. This girl, gal, lady, woman.
That Ariana Grande.
You are correct. And she says Her gynecologist gave her a call after she received a nomination for an Oscar for Wicked.
Was it in relation to the award, or was it?
Yes,
just
it was. It was literally just to congratulate her on the nomination.
It wasn't about her vagina.
You see, that seems weird because if my urologist, not that I have one, if my urologist called me after something, I wouldn't think that they were going to congratulate me. I would automatically think it was bad news.
Yeah.
And it'd be like some kind of cancer got me.
Usually if your doctor's calling you, it's not really a good thing. But apparently it was a good thing. And also her therapist called her after that.
If my urologist called me, he would probably say, hey, you going to schedule that vasectomy, or did you just take the Valium and run?
Just enjoying it.
You getting cold feet on that, or what?
No, I just had a bunch of other stuff come up.
Scheduling issues, yeah.
Happens to the best of us.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of happens to the best of us, 2 guys in the porn business got physical on camera at the Adult Video Awards in Las Vegas, and we don't mean sexually. Thank you, TMZ, for that one.
I was going to ask you to clarify, because the other way sounds like it would be weird.
I mean, that definitely probably happened there, but these guys got into a fist fight on camera. A couple of guys named Jay Playhard.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa, what a creative porn name.
Jay Playhard, adult film content producer, got into a heated argument with porn star Kendra Cox's husband, who goes by his nickname, all one word, Stay Ready.
Okay, Stay Ready?
Stay Ready Cox.
Yes.
I'm looking at Jay Playhard now. Okay, I see him. I see what he looks like. I'm being careful about what I'm showing here on the screen, but yeah, I see the guy.
I'm actually not sure what Stay Ready looks like, but probably cool. This was at the January 25th event inside none other than the Virgin Hotels Las Vegas, according to police and witnesses. Cops say the dispute soon turned into a physical altercation, and now it's a battery investigation. TMZ ended up interviewing Kendra, who is best known as a, quote, naughty hot wife, who owns the porn company Girls Gone Wireless with Stay Ready.
Okay.
This story's full of funny stuff.
Girls Gone Wireless?
She says the reason
is that
her
a bra
husband...
thing?
I honestly, I'm not sure. She tells TMZ the reason her husband, Stay Ready, socked Playhard is because they believe Playhard is stealing their content and making money off it. So,
all right, I believe
infighting in the porn world, always interesting. This woman right here,
Britney Spears.
Yes.
Damn it.
She is going strong with her boyfriend, Paul Solis, who I've never heard of until this very moment.
I know she had a boyfriend.
Apparently, they were dating for a while, and then they had an epic blow-up at the Chateau Marmont in May that almost landed her in the hospital. But apparently, they're back together because they're rolling around in the G-Wagon she bought for him with his kids going to playgrounds. Only 2 of his kids. He apparently has 9 kids. So
jeez,
this is a guy. He just looks like a regular schmo, man.
Yeah.
He doesn't. He just looks like a regular slick back dude.
That hair slicks back real nice.
And you know what he said? He's like, I'm going to give it a shot. Why not?
Yeah.
Here we go.
She bought him that G-Wagon like a month into them dating. So good investment so far for old Paul here.
Damn.
Harrison Ford is debuting in the MCU. That is the Marvel Cinematic Universe. He said he took the part with no script in hand because every time he sees actors doing Marvel movies, it looks like they're having fun. So there's his reasoning. He's
looks like fun.
He gets to be Red Hulk now. This guy. That's right, Kendrick Lamar.
Kendrick Lamar, I knew it.
Is performing at the big game, as you know. Not Like Us.
The super big game.
The super big game. Not Like Us is probably on his set list. However, that has to be approved by all of the lawyers at Fox and the NFL and make sure he's not going to say any bad words on the TV that everyone's super concerned about. And finally, we come to the greatest story in this lineup of stories. This lady,
Jennifer Lopez,
will not be giving back her $5 million engagement ring after the messy divorce with Ben Affleck.
Wow.
That's right. A 0.5 carat green diamond is officially hers. And other story, he's buying a house that is much more private, so people will finally leave him the F alone. On the boob tube
they
tonight.
can't get the pictures of Ben now.
Nope. No sad Ben at Duncan anymore, I guess.
That's too bad.
No. On the Boob Tube tonight, Hell's Kitchen on Fox, NFL Honors on Fox, Confessions of a Cam Girl on Lifetime Movie Network. I keep wanting to say Ladies Miracle Network because I did it that one time, and it trips me up every time. Jimmy Kimmel has Rob Lowe, Stephen Colbert has Elton John, and Kieran Culkin's on Jimmy Fallon, and that's your next episode.
Thank you, Josh.
Thank you.
See, I didn't give you any applause.
I put it right there for
him.
him.
Sorry, my hands were full.
There you go. There they go.
I had to cue them.
Oh, wow. Ladies, what do you think about this? Ladies, with Jennifer Lopez saying, I'm going to keep the engagement ring. Ben Affleck is the one who called this off. He gave it to me. I'm going to keep the engagement ring. Is that fine? Is that an acceptable thing? Or should she give it back up? What are the actual rules on that? Because I think if the guy proposes to the woman and then he gives her the engagement ring and then the guy screws something up, too bad. That's you, man. You started the thing and then you didn't finish the thing. I feel like she could keep it and it would be okay because she didn't break anything off. She didn't do anything wrong. But we want to know what you think. Let us know. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com and send us a dispatch. When we come back, we got a couple explosive things. Something to do with the ICE stuff that's happening around the country that was pretty surprising to me. And then, of course, this woman who went from New York to Pakistan to meet and marry a 19-year-old and is now demanding the government of Pakistan pay her money. And it's a glorious story. And it's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Hi, I'm John from Lake Mary, and I just won $1,000 just for listening to Real Radio 104.1.
Your next chance to win $1,000 is minutes away, courtesy of Mills Air on Real Radio 104.1.
Traffic is up to speed on most of the major roadways, although there's some slowdowns on I-4 to keep an eye out for here. Heading through the city westbound on I-4, there's some delays on I-4 between US 27 and after State Road 429. There's some congestion there. Emergency crews are clearing up an accident on I-4 eastbound before State Road 436. Multiple lanes are blocked there. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Red Pilled America.
This week on Red Pilled America, we tell the story behind the devastating Los Angeles wildfires from the people who lived it and reveal the source of the destruction and who's to blame. Listen to Red Pilled America on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you hear podcasts. That's Red Pilled America, a storytelling show.
Oh, mornings. Some people love them.
Okay, you have everything for your math test. And Mom, you have my lunch.
Some people hate them.
Everybody get in the car. Go, go, go.
We've all got to do them. Good thing Wawa's up and ready for you every morning. With fresh coffee, hot sizzlies, and fast, friendly service to keep your morning moving right along. Mornings made easy. Gotta have a Wawa.
Ooh, should we get an app?
Appetizer? Nah, not for me. Trying to save some money, you know?
You know what you need? The Upside app. Gives you cash back on essentials like gas, groceries, and dining. You could earn up to $10 on every restaurant meal.
Upside? What's the catch?
No catch. Just download the free app, claim an offer, and get real cash back at places like Popeyes, Taco Bell, and Pizza Hut.
Okay, now that's the app I'm getting.
Download the Upside app and get a 10% bonus on your first restaurant purchase. Offers vary by user and location. Go to upside.com for terms and conditions.
Is your financial advisor offering you up to a 30% upfront bonus? Are they promising you up to 10% growth per year guaranteed for your retirement income? If not, you need a new financial advisor. I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth. If you plan to retire within the next 10 years, don't wait only to find out it's too late. I've seen hard-working folks like you retire only to be required to go back to work, all because their advisor told them guarantees like these were too good to be true. They're not. That's up to $30,000 up front or up to $10,000 per year on $100,000, all guaranteed for retirement income. Don't work when you're supposed to be retired. And if any financial advisor tells you it's too good to be true, they simply don't have the options we do. Call Trajan today at 407-213-0000.
Annuity guarantees are based on the claims paying ability of the issuing insurance company.
Tom's Watch Bar has Orlando's best happy hour. Enjoy $5 drink specials, select $7 apps, and $12 entrees weekdays from 3 to 6 and 9 to close. Experience the excitement of the game in 360 viewing. Tom's Watch Bar, Orlando's ultimate game day experience.
Picture this. You're cozy by the fire sipping cocoa, or out on the town grabbing a well-deserved nightcap, with the peace of mind knowing your pet is safe at home with Invisible Fence brand. Your customized pet fence gives you confidence that wherever winter takes you, your pet has both freedom and security. With Invisible Fence brand, service and safety never stops. Visit InvisibleFence.com to learn more. That's InvisibleFence.com.
It's Throwback Thursdays at Tijuana Flats. Every Thursday, grab a burrito, chips, and a drink for just $7.99. Same bold flavors, unbeatable deal. Don't miss out. Swing by Tijuana Flats this Thursday and fuel up for $7.99.
In this edition of the Marketers Report, Corey Marchesotto, Chief Marketing Officer of Elf Beauty, founding partner of iHeart Women's Sports, talks about finding the right partners for your brand.
I see brands as antennas, and every antenna sends out a frequency. We call it the ELF signal. So we send out the ELF signal, and what comes back is people who want to be a part of this story. Once you know firmly who you are, you've codified it, and you can put that out into the universe. What happens from there is it begins to attract kindred spirits. Why are we partnered with Billie Jean King? Because she champions equality. Why are we partnering with iHeart? Because we want to advance women in sports.
Women's sports just got louder thanks to Elf and iHeartMedia. As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia can get more people to hear your message than anyone else. We can also get a better response rate for all your marketing. For better results for every budget, visit iHeartAdvertising.com.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. And now save 50% on the new Sleep Number limited edition smart bed. Plus free home delivery when you add a base. Ends Monday. Exclusively at a Sleep Number store near you. Learn more at sleepnumber.com.
Get Wawa Rewards' biggest deal of the year before it's gone. Any size hot coffee for $1. Any size iced coffee for $2. And a 16-ounce Monster Energy for $3. You can redeem these bonus offers every day, as many times as you want, now through February 16th. Don't miss it. $1 hot coffee, $2 iced coffee, and $3 Monster Energy drinks. Unlimited, now through February 16th. Gotta have a Wawa.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Coming to you live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Need help after an accident? Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1, Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Stream now on your free iHeartRadio app.
Now is your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Bonus. B-O-N-U-S. Bonus. That's bonus. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm. Good luck.
Riding the daily roller coaster of viral news from the front row. It's
show tonight at the News Junkie. Yes, indeed. Another secret show tonight. They're live, just so you know, on Thursdays. And if you subscribe, you can watch them right here from the studio, fully uncensored. And
most
because
Thursdays, next week it might be a different day.
Yeah, you'll get notice ahead of time though, somewhere, some way.
This is me telling you guys I got to do a different day next week.
I knew it. That's one way to say it.
It's always something with this guy.
So if you want to know how to watch live, you watch on what's called the Discord, the TNJ, the News Junkie fan Discord, which there's thousands of folks over there hanging out all day long and making friends. They do campouts. It's fun. It's like a constantly going chat room. And if you just click the Discord link and join, end up go into like the general chat area and just ask. Go, I have no idea what I'm doing here. Hey, how do I do this? And the kind people over there will help you out to watch Secret Shows live tonight around 7:30 if you're interested, all right? Go check out that world over at thenewsjunkie.com right now. Now, we've got a couple of fantastic stories to get into as the show rolls on here. And one of them has just been, honestly, enthralling to me. Now, I'm going to give you the basics of the story, and then we'll dive in, and then we'll get a little bit deeper so you can understand. But I want to hook you with the basic story structure, which is there was a woman from New York, and she traveled to Pakistan. I don't know how old she is, but she looks older than a teenager. She looks like she's in her 20s or 30s or something. And this woman from New York traveled to Pakistan to meet and marry a 19-year-old. She goes all the way over to Pakistan to meet this 19-year-old.
I want to say I read she was 33. Hang on.
And the teenager's parents objected and said, get the hell out of here. And she said, I'm not going anywhere. She camped out in the parking lot outside of their apartment and would not go, refused to go anywhere. And now the people of Pakistan are transfixed by this lady because she is throwing crazy press conferences. She's making demands of the country of Pakistan. She is a wild one. And I'll give you some example clips here. This is her at one of her press conferences. All right, she's out there. All these Pakistani people are everywhere. She's talking to the cameras, and here she is.
Saying he talked too much. That's it.
Yes, that's it. Yes, I'm saying.
Listen, you talk too much. It's not.
Come here, please come here.
Listen, shh. Please. Be quiet. I'm not sitting down.
All right, this is some guy who's trying to run this press conference. All right, this woman she does not want to be easy to deal with. And she's saying, I'm not going to sit down. I'm going to do my own press conference here. Why is a random 33-year-old woman who wanted to marry a teenager in Pakistan doing a press conference? Because she's so crazy that the Pakistanis don't know how to take it on. In our country, people would film her for a second and say world star, and then we'd ignore her and she'd go off to obscurity. But in Pakistan, they're like, what is this?
My plan is to reconstruct this whole country, okay? I'm asking for 100K or more. I need 20K by this week, okay? In my pockets, in cash. Okay? That's a demand to the government.
All right, the demand to the government, I want $100,000 to rebuild Pakistan.
Here's the thing,
Makes
though.
sense.
She said 100K. She didn't say American dollars. So if they give her 100,000 Pakistani rupees, she's leaving with $358.29.
And she will never know. Just say, here you go. You're good to go. People are commenting on this lady and saying that this is just like watching 90 Day Fiancé.
Yes,
in a way. This is the craziest 90 Day Fiancé you could ever imagine, this New York woman go to Pakistan.
The government is going to fix up these buildings, fix up the streets, and clean up these streets. It's ridiculous out here. I do not like it. Okay?
All right.
I would love for you guys to please understand that Pakistan is in need of new buses, new cabs, new cars. Please, listen to what I'm saying. My name is Onaija Ahmed. Please understand. Thank you very much.
All right, there's more of this lady, okay? We're just getting started here. Like,
by the
what
way,
are you doing to the American overall perception, the Pakistani perception of Americans, rather, I should say?
By the way, her name is not Onaija Ahmed. That's the name of the guy she was trying to marry. If they didn't get married, that's not her name. Her name's Onaija Robinson.
Onaija Robinson. She's Mrs. Robinson. And she's over there trying to marry a 19-year-old, demanding $100,000 to redo the country. This is what they're going to think of Americans now. Listen.
Okay. Listen, I hope he's saying the right things, okay? Like I said, Pakistan needs to be reconstructed the right way. Do you hear me, guys?
Yes.
Make sure y'all get this on your camera. I'm married to Nidel Hamid. I'm Onaija Hamid. We are moving to Dubai very soon.
Hey, if you're moving to Dubai very soon, why are you so focused on Pakistan?
Kindness of her heart.
I'm getting out of here soon, but I need $100,000 to fix Pakistan.
We're going to have our baby in Dubai.
Oh, please don't have a baby with this woman. Please, nobody out there. Please don't do that. That would be very bad.
It's private. I'm Muslim, and it's against my religion to tell y'all my business. Have a nice day. I'm not talking unless y'all giving me land and 2,000 or more every week.
All right.
You hear me? Yeah. I'm getting my Pakistani passport and Pakistani ID. I'm getting it. Do y'all agree?
This is insane.
What was that? This woman goes, do y'all agree? And she takes the microphone and points it back
She
at the
doesn't even have a
reporters.
translator this time.
Yeah, it's like she's kind of doing a if I say hey, you say ho kind of thing. And then the Pakistani people will go, this is how Americans are? They just go over and I want land. I want $2,000 a week.
I mean, technically.
I've made my demands.
Mind your business. What? Talk.
Tell me you have a Pakistani passport?
I'm getting one. Do you have one?
I have Pakistani passport.
I have a Pakistani passport.
Okay, good. Listen,
Yeah, I'm listening.
I don't live here. I'm chilling.
Chilling. Why are you not taking your
It's none of
flight?
your business. Now go home. Here. Take it.
What are you doing here?
Take it.
Not your place. If you haven't found him, what's your
Back that up.
Well, back that up, she says. Get on out of here, all right? This is this New York woman who went to Pakistan to meet and marry a 19-year-old. Things are going well. Everything is very, very smooth so
She had a
far.
little Trump in her there when she said that, we were going to just take over Pakistan and make it nice again.
Why not? Yeah, for $100,000 even. It's going to be easy. A U.S. woman had traveled to Pakistan to marry her teenage boyfriend whom she met online, but her wedding plans took a bizarre turn when the boy's family rejected the relationship. This woman, who has 2 children, mind you, flew from New York to Karachi, Pakistan to meet 19-year-old Nidal Memon. Mr. Memon's family did not approve of the marriage, leaving Miss Robinson stranded in Pakistan with an expired visa. Refusing to leave, she camped outside their house, which she found locked and abandoned. The story came to light when Pakistani activist and YouTuber Zafar Abbas highlighted her plight on social media. And then they started going viral with these videos. Despite assistance from the government and other people, Miss Robinson refused to leave the country and began making a series of increasingly bizarre demands. She held press conferences offering updates on her situation and commentary on Pakistan. She demanded money every single week, et cetera, et cetera. And then she demanded $100,000, including $20,000 in cash from the Pakistani government. Miss Robinson's son claimed his mother had bipolar disorder and was mentally ill.
Oh.
He said his sibling also tried to convince her to return to the U.S., but their efforts have gone in vain. Following her son's claims, she was admitted to the psychiatry department for a mental health evaluation. She's finally returning to the U.S. after months spent in Pakistan. This woman. What a wild ride that is.
Some TV producer needs to catch up with her. Just right at the airport. Like, let's talk.
She can talk for one thing. She can. Reminds me of Wendy Williams kind of for some reason.
Little bit.
She got some brazen points in her personality, which I like. I appreciate. And there's been a lot of coverage of this. Here's one of the local news reports in the U.S.
And welcome back to The Factor Uncensored. Trending right now tonight.
Yeah,
you may
that's right.
have seen this woman on your timeline. I did. Onaija Andrew Robinson. She's currently in Pakistan and gone viral for not only refusing to pack her bags and head back home, but also for standing on business about money from the government.
Also for standing on business.
I like this guy's voice and delivery very much.
This guy's like Perv Hadley, man. I like where he's going. Let's see what else he has.
What's the problem? What's the reason?
You just call him Perv Hapley?
Perv?
What happened to Perv Hapley, guys?
The guy from Parks and Recreation, the TV guy. What's his name?
Purd.
Oh, like either one of those names are very normal.
Well, Perv isn't. You'd rather be Perv than Purd?
I think I might if I'm really considering this. Yeah, a perv. Well, no, there's no good in that. No,
yeah,
I can't. No,
here's
I was
the
thinking
swerve with perv.
Yeah. Oh, never mind. I want it back now. I like it. I like where it's going. Let's go back to the Isaiah factor.
Go home.
Go home.
What do you need right now?
My feet is swollen. I need $5,000 a week.
You need 5,000 a week? Who's give you 5,000? There's all are poor people.
Y'all better figure it out.
You better figure it out. What a life she's living. I hope she gets back safely to the United States of America. She's finally heading back here. We want to see what you think about this and if you like this lady or not. Maybe you could take her in. Got an extra room at your house. Could be
got an extra
really good thing.
$2,000 to $5,000 a week. It changes, you know.
Yeah. She might increase her demands over time, but we're willing to hear her out, and you should be too. So check her out over on YouTube. On what was that guy's name? What factor? Oh man,
Isaiah Factor.
Isaiah Factor. That's where they do the whole deep, uncensored deep dive on this lady. But you must have opinions. Let us know. Join the show by sending us a dispatch. Audio or video dispatch is welcome. Go to thenewsjunkie.com to record yours right now.
Go
when
home.
we return, go home, she said. My feet hurt. I want $3,000. There is a former Whippets addict. If you don't know what Whippets are, it's nitrous oxide. You do them, you get kind of womp-wompy. You shouldn't do them. Bad for your brain.
Yes.
Bad for your body. Bad for America. But some people have taken to do this, including younger people. And now a former addict is speaking out, giving some warnings in an interview. We'll hear this interview. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is the Jim Colbert Show.
Today on The Big Show, the best Florida companies to work for and why the color of your food matters. Plus, Danny Myring drops by for Date Night Done Right. We'll talk to Glenn Klausman for Colbert Court. For trivia, it's 4 packs to the Monster Jam. 4 opportunities for you to win $1,000, plus your calls, texts, and talkbacks.
The Jim Colbert Show, today at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
There's a couple accidents to keep an eye out for on the roadways here on Simpson Road at Hillard Isle Road. There's slowdowns on I-4 due to an accident eastbound before State Road 436. I believe multiple lanes are being affected. Traffic is backed up from Lee Road. Watch out for an accident on I-4 eastbound near Maitland Boulevard as well. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. Members get more with My Lowe's Rewards. Earn points towards My Lowe's money on eligible purchases. Get access to member-only deals and free member gifts and more. Join for free today. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Details at lowes.com/terms subject to change.
Take your Valentine's experience to a whole new level this year with jewelry, flowers, candy, dinner, and a romantic getaway. All courtesy of International Diamond Center. Nothing says love like romantic jewelry from IDC. From a simple pendant to an exquisite designer ring, we've got a fantastic selection of affordable, timeless gifts. And this year, with any jewelry purchase at IDC of $129 or more, we're giving you long stem roses, some delicious chocolates, and a gift card for dinner from Talk of the Town Restaurant Group. It's one-stop shopping for all things romantic. And this year, we're taking it up a notch with a 3-day romantic getaway to places like New York, Napa, and Savannah. Just spend $2,500 on your jewelry and we'll set you up in a 4-star hotel in the romantic city of your choice. Spend $5,000 and we'll throw in the airfare and some spending money. Make this Valentine's one to remember. Let IDC help you with jewelry, flowers, chocolates, dinner, and a romantic vacation. We've got it all. Happy Valentine's from International Diamond Center. Altamont Springs, Mall at Millennia, and Waterford Lakes. Restrictions apply. See store for details.
Game on! Coach R.C. Hill here from R.C. Hill Mitsubishi. If you've been fumbling around town in a car you hate, then punt it. I need to kick off my new year. But first, all my 2024 rides must go. So this month you could drive a new Mitsubishi for just $1 down. And that's a touchdown for not much down. You can even save up to $10,000 on a new Mitsubishi with a lifetime warranty. So get in the game for just $1 down. At R.C. Hill, we're all about affordability. And my perfect payment program is a playbook of solutions. My finance specialists work hard to help you find a car you love. So if your old ride makes you feel like a loser, then punt it. Because we have over 200 used cars, all with warranty for just $1 down. But hurry, a deal this good won't last long and won't go into overtime. I'm RC Hill, and I'm your car dealer next door. See all my MVP rides at rchill.com. That's rchill.com. Need to sell your car today? Visit rchillbuyscars.com. We'll pay you on the spot.
Credit and $1 down require bank approval. Negative equity may be refinanced.
Before the Great American Race on Sunday, the high banks of Daytona heat up with a Saturday night showdown in the NASCAR Xfinity Series. Experience the intense competition up close on the sport's biggest stage to kick off the 2025 season. The NASCAR Xfinity Series at Daytona International Speedway, Saturday, February 15th. Tickets start at just $49, and kids 12 and under are free in general admission. Secure your seats now at DaytonaInternationalSpeedway.com.
You wouldn't know it, but most financial advisors are put in a box. I'm Jeff Jr. from Trajan Wealth, and I want to provide you a little insight about financial advisors. Most financial advisors have to sell what their company requires them to sell, and many advisors have to only adhere to what's called a suitability standard. A suitability standard is a limited standard of care, not requiring what's sold to be best, just suitable. Advisors with this loose standard often have limited investment and product selection. Trajan Wealth is held to a fiduciary standard, which is the highest standard of care in the advisory business. And that's just one of the many reasons we have billions of dollars under our care and attract clients from other advisors. Raise your standards today and call Trajan Wealth. 407-213-0000. That's 407-213-0000.
Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor.
Everyone deserves a fast and reliable connection, one that helps better their everyday through the things they value most: friends and family, education and career. A connection that opens pathways to opportunity and builds roads to a better future. At Spectrum, we're committed to delivering just that every single day. Because with the right connection, anything is possible. That's Life Unlimited. That's Spectrum.
I'm Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I learned about atrial fibrillation the hard way. My symptoms would come and go: shortness of breath, fatigue. I kept going. Then I got so lightheaded, I couldn't. My doctor said I have AFib, so I'm about 5 times more likely to have a stroke. Other symptoms, irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain can come and go, but the risk of stroke stays. If you have symptoms, tell a doctor. Visit notimetowait.com.
Sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
It's always a good time for donuts, so indulge in Shipley Donuts. Fresh-made donuts in delicious flavors, from classic glaze to the Oreo cookie top treats, crafted with quality ingredients. Catering and online ordering is available. Visit Shipley Donuts, now open in Orlando on South Cimarron Boulevard.
I'm Greg Rosenthal, host of NFL Daily. Join me live from Radio Row in New Orleans. I'll be interviewing the NFL's biggest names all week long. NFL Daily will have you ready for this year's big moment. Will it be Mahomes completing the three-peat or Jalen Hurts avenging their Super Bowl 57 loss? We'll be there on the field after the game. Full recap, interviews with this year's Super Bowl champions. Don't miss it.
Listen to NFL Daily on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Follow NFL Daily and start listening on the free iHeartRadio app today.
GMC Sierra trucks in stock now at orangebuickgmc.com. We are professional grade.
Now is your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website: bonus. 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 That's bonus. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm. Good luck.
Riding the daily roller coaster of viral news from the front row. It's
out there about whippets, which have become popular once more. I don't know, maybe they're always just popular to a certain extent. We'll hear from this person with their warnings in just a moment. I saw that there was an interesting story about ICE, which is Immigration Customs Enforcement. They're going around and getting the illegal immigrants who have committed crimes allegedly, and they're hoisting them out of the country. And the numbers actually are not as significant as a lot of people were hoping for. And we've seen some of the people who have been rounded up even released with ankle monitors and stuff to get to court appearances. But the most bizarre thing so far is that they were going to round up, ICE was going to round up this gang in Aurora, Colorado. Tren de Agua is the name of the gang. They seem to be some pretty bad individuals. I wouldn't mind every single one of them being removed from this country, and maybe you wouldn't either. But there was something weird that happened when they went to start their operation to wipe these dudes out, this Tren de Agua gang. They were gone, and they believed that somebody had ratted them out and had leaked the details of their raid to the gang, like the gang had an insider. And there was an interview on Fox. Let's see what they said.
I have so many questions. First of all, if they're shouting and helping these people get away with bullhorns, how is that legal to get help from the people in the streets? I know they can protest, but that's not what they're doing.
You're exactly right. When they come to they cross the line of impediment, and that's why I'm working very close, starting this morning with Department of Justice. And where do they cross that line of impediment?
Right, so we're talking about when they go to arrest these illegal immigrants, sometimes people gather and they start like chanting and they get mad at the ICE agents, and there's a whole thing that goes down. And I don't care if those people do that, really. If they're legal citizens, they should be able to do that. We should be able to protest.
But is it illegal to tip somebody off? Is that aiding and abetting?
That would be different. I don't know. I don't know what the rules on that would be, but that would be different. If you're going to tip these people off that are gang members, that are like terrorizing people and they're illegally in this country, that seems bad, and I don't like that. But if you're just going to protest the actions of the ICE people, though I might not agree with you, that is fine by me as long as you're American. I don't care when people protest all of this stuff. I don't have any problem with it. They've done some local protests. There's been national protests about the immigration raids and whatnot. I think some of them are making some major mistakes. Like, for instance, if you're going to do an anti-immigration raids protest, don't have 150 Mexican flags that you're waving out on the streets of California. Right? Like if these are people who left this country, you're back in America now. You want them, I'm guessing, to stay in America, and all I could see is Mexican flags waving in the air at these rallies. That's stupid. That's bad optics. That's a dumb move. But otherwise, I'm with you. I mean, go ahead, protest whatever you want to protest. This seems to be a little different. Let's listen in.
So they may find themselves in a pair of handcuffs very soon. So working with DOJ on that, get some legal guidance on that. I'm not an attorney. I know what SecOps is about. I know what crossing that line is, but getting DOJ back up on that. So it's something we're looking at right now, Harris. We're not going to tolerate it anymore. This is not a game. When we show up these sites, this is a dangerous job for the men and women of ICE and Border Patrol and all the DOJ agencies. To have that type of interference puts our officers at great risk. Not only the officers, it puts the aliens at great risk, because anything can happen when we take our eyes off the goal here. So we're addressing that immediately today. I'm addressing OPSEC today, operational security, how these leaks are happening. We've already identified how this operation got leaked.
Guy's very spittily. He's got a lot of mucus moving around his mouth.
OPSEC today.
They said somebody leaked ICE plan to the Tren de Agua gang before their operations in Aurora, Colorado. Tom Homan said he's contacting the DOJ about prosecuting the leaker. There's a traitor among the ranks. Is that true? Who the hell knows? But now that's part of the story on all of these raids that have been going on around the country.
Do you think they'd get the protesters if they're going a little too far with the protesting? Like their protests are sort of stepping into the telling people, where they're going territory.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, ICE is here. We don't like that you're here. We don't like that you're heading north down 105. Almost sort of like Geraldo-ish.
Yeah, where is the line? That's what we're trying to figure out here. I don't know what you're allowed to do and what you're not allowed to do. I want people who are United States citizens, to be able to execute their rights. That should be fine. That should be good, even if it kind of gets in the way of whatever's going on. Just like it's legal for these people who are often annoying. The cop people, they're often annoying people in these YouTube videos, although I like watching their videos. But they have the right to do that. When they have the right to do that. Yeah, they go out and they're like, what's your name when the cops are doing something? And,
the video you sent me where we started to watch the other day, but it had curse words in it.
Oh, yeah, we got to get to that, too, where the cops were allegedly drunk in the parking lot.
That guy was obnoxious.
The guy was filming?
Like, I read through the comments, and there were links to stuff that suggested that the police officers involved may have had previous run-ins with drinking on the job or just drinking in general being a problem. But the way that the guy holding that camera acted, I was fully on the cop side. I was like, this guy is an obnoxious POS. He was talking to them like he was a cop. Like he was like, whoa, stop there. Stopping the guy's car, demanding identification, and a sergeant. It was just so annoying.
Yeah, there's a lot of people who, when they're filming, do that. It happens a lot. On YouTube, Nightwolf says, if you rob a bank and are unsuccessful, you still go to jail, and so should Kamala. You guys have never gone full propaganda until today. I've followed y'all since This Week in Couch, but and then it cut off. You didn't put out.
CIA got it.
Yeah, you missed the out if you're out. If that's you, that's absolutely fine. I will never be held hostage by lunatics who listen to this show. I'm going to always say whatever's on my mind, and I hope everybody else on the show does too. Ain't never going to happen that's the way this works, where you go, well, you got to agree with me. No. And also, you sound crazy. So I'm not even sure what you're talking about, but you sound crazy.
I think you might be talking about, he might be behind as far as we're at the beginning of the show.
The CBS thing?
Towards the beginning, we talked about the CBS thing, which had nothing to do with Kamala. It had everything to do with CBS. Yeah. And so it wouldn't be putting her in jail.
Lock her up.
If you rob a bank and are unsuccessful, you still go to jail, and so should Kamala. Did she rob a bank? What's your point?
She tried to steal the election, but was unsuccessful. So she should go to jail.
Ain't that a bitch? All right, cool. Well, you're letting the internet melt your brain, sir.
Wow, you called her a bitch? Wow.
Let's go over to somebody who really is letting the world melt their brain, and that's by doing whippets. And this former whippets addict is trying to save your kids.
I didn't know you could be a whippets addict.
I've seen people addicted to the duster stuff, and that's pretty bad. This is similar, I guess. More womps.
Is it? Do you get addicted to that specifically, or are you just addicted to being high, and you're so bad at finding regular ass people drugs that you decide you got to go do the duster thing, or you're just chasing the next high?
Galaxy gas.
This says whippets, known as laughing gas, as Josh said, galaxy gas, or nitrous oxide, are becoming the new drug trend among young adults. This is kind of perpetual. A young woman who says she was using more than 10 tanks daily spoke with NBC News to warn others about the use of the drug and the way it's being marketed and sold. Let's see what she said.
This was Jenna Campbell a little more than a year ago, relearning how to walk after she says her addiction to nitrous oxide, which she started using when she was 19, left her temporarily paralyzed.
It was so addicting that even after I got paralyzed and I was in the hospital,
paralyzed?
And I couldn't walk, I still wanted it. I still was seeking out the nitrous.
The 25-year-old now back on her feet and warning of the drug's dangers and the way it's being sold.
They're all marketed as like they're for making whipped cream.
But they're not.
Which is just not. That's not the case.
Damn, she's blowing this one up right here.
Wow, that one literally says whip it on it.
It does. Whip dash it on the canister. On the
How are
side
we
of
marketing that to? I mean, I guess whip it would be whip the cream, but
they're really pushing it though, aren't they?
Yeah.
Shackle Buckle on YouTube says, just wait. He says what he wants now until the station tells you what to say. It's coming. Trust me, that'll never happen. I know you guys like to think that that's a thing behind the scenes. I will tell you once more, I have never been told by this radio station or any other radio station I've ever worked for in my entire life what to talk about, save for WGN when they were trying to get rid of all the controversial stuff. And they said, you could come in, but we need you to do more straight down the middle stuff. And I said, no, I'm not going to do that. And I quit the station. Save for that moment, I've never had anybody in my life tell me what to say on this show. Sometimes they'll say, like, could you refrain from doing this? And in the past, I've done the thing that they told me to stop doing afterwards, just to kind of be a dick about it. So that's just not a thing. We don't get any kind of talking points each day. That doesn't happen. We talk what we want to talk about, including Whippets and nitrous and galaxy gas.
Commonly known as Whippets, the small cartridges also used in culinary-grade whipped cream dispensers have been around for years.
Better known as laughing gas, and is widely abused by teenagers who inhale it for a quick high.
As well as their abuse.
You get euphoric side effects, hallucinations sometimes. In high quantities over a long period of time, you can develop things that are really dangerous, like a vitamin B12 deficiency, which can affect your neurological.
Josh is not impressed with this guy. He says things that are really dangerous, and then he says B12 deficiency.
This is seasonal affective disorder all over again.
Somewhere there's a guy that really loves Whippets. It's like, all right, just going to buy some B12 here to
got
a supplement.
It looks like I solved my problem. You could have B12 issues. This is serious, folks. You should not do that.
You're not supposed to inhale it. But why would they make it flavored if, if that was the case?
Campbell says the warning labels didn't stop her from using it on a daily basis, buying the tanks at her local gas station.
At the height of it, at the worst of it, how often were you using?
So I was using, they have these like really big tanks like this. I was using.
She did about like 10 inches or 12 inches tall with her hands. Big tanks like this. She's saying she's used this many.
Throughout the day, 10 to 16 full tanks to where they would be empty.
With the advocacy of Campbell and others, last year, Louisiana became the first state in the country to ban the sale of nitrous oxide in stores to the general public.
You can see the canister that's...
Oh, my God.
Wow.
He got the most comically large one he could find.
He has, what's it called, Eurogas or something? This is like a congressman from Louisiana. And it says... Eurogas, I think, and it is just hilariously big. It is a very, very funny size that this guy has next to me.
It also looks like it is manufactured in a way that it's ready to fill balloons immediately, or just put your mouth on and go to town.
Well, it is in a way,
like
ready to fill balloons. Sometimes that's the way they go. But this guy's got a huge canister of this stuff.
Here before you.
Do it.
That would be over 22,000 servings of whipped cream, if that's really what they wanted to
do. Is that true?
Now, I may be a simple Southern congressman, but I defy you to eat that much whipped cream in one sitting.
He's saying he doesn't believe this is actually for whipped cream. I think he might be onto something.
I'm beginning to think that there's a different use for this stuff.
Yeah, what are you guys up to right here? This guy's trying to shut this whole thing down. He's very serious.
But that's not what they're doing. They're hooking our people on drugs.
In New York, it is illegal to sell the gas to anyone under the age of 21. California law makes it a misdemeanor to possess the gas with the intent to inhale it and get high. But the substance itself, which is also used as a medical sedative, hasn't been outlawed.
Nitrous oxide remains legal in the United States because there are so many legitimate uses that...
Yeah, there's lots of legitimate uses. Like that time when I got pulled over with a grocery bag full of empty canisters, and the officer said, "What are these for?" And I said, "Whipped cream," just like every other person says when they're in these scenarios. Kids, this stuff is bad for you. It rots your brain. You are better than that, and I want you to live long, healthy lives, and we don't want the dangers of B12 issues. Could be very bad, all right? I want you to know that. So we care about you.
The girl was paralyzed, Sean.
For a little while. I don't know. I feel like actually paralyzed people would call that stolen paralyzed valor, because the paralyzed usually implies you're not hopping up and doing an interview afterwards necessarily, walking around doing the walk and talk. All right, we're going to hear from you, your dispatches, here on the show with us. That's why we love you. Whatever's on your mind, whatever you're thinking about. If you're angry, like some of the people in chat are from time to time, if you agree, if you disagree, all of your opinions are welcome. And maybe you get yelled at. Maybe we have a laugh together. Something will happen. That's the point of this show. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and send us your first, second, or third dispatch right now. When we come back, we will get to jury duty, and we'll see what's happening in courtrooms around the country. Got some Blake Lively and Baldoni updates, whether you like it or not. A Florida police horse is going to join us on the show here. And we'll see what happened with that police horse. Some wild footage that you got to hear. That's all coming up next on the News Junkie.
Hey, this is Lincoln Kennedy. Here's what's trending on the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Mercedes-Benz.
Franz Wagner dropped in 31 points as the Magic end their losing skid, crushing Sacramento. Meanwhile, the NBA trade deadline is this afternoon. The big news last night, Miami dealt Jimmy Butler to the Warriors as part of a 4-team trade. College hoops, UCF gave up 93 points. They lost at home to Cincinnati. And the Chiefs and Eagles preparing for Sunday's Super Bowl. The current DraftKings line plus 140 for KC's Kareem Hunt to score a touchdown. I'm Matt McCoy.
At Mercedes-Benz, there's a reason they go the extra mile. From testing their vehicles in desert heat and Arctic cold to creating AI that can anticipate your needs and preferences on the road, they demand that every car is worthy of their star because it's Mercedes-Benz.
Oh, mornings. Some people love them.
Okay, you have everything for your math test. And Mom, you have my lunch.
Some people hate them.
Everybody get in the car. Go, go, go.
We've all got to do them. Good thing Wawa's up and ready for you every morning. With fresh coffee, hot sizzlies, and fast, friendly service to keep your morning moving right along. Mornings made easy. Gotta have a Wawa.
People told me I needed to slow down. I told them I don't know how. I'm experiencing things I've only dreamed of. I have my freedom back. So while some days might be harder than others, I know a place I can go where I can feel strong and supported.
At VA, we're using technology to help veterans recover faster and live their lives to the fullest. Help us redefine the future of veteran healthcare.
Explore opportunities at vacareers.va.gov.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. And now save 50% on the new Sleep Number limited edition smart bed. Plus free home delivery when you add a base. Ends Monday. Exclusively at a Sleep Number store near you. Learn more at sleepnumber.com.
I'm Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I learned about atrial fibrillation the hard way. My symptoms would come and go. Shortness of breath, fatigue. I kept going. Then I got so lightheaded, I couldn't. My doctor said I have AFib, so I'm about 5 times more likely to have a stroke. Other symptoms, irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain can come and go, but the risk of stroke stays. If you have symptoms, tell a doctor. Visit notimetowait.com.
Sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
Starting the journey to become a nurse can be confusing, but the first step is surprisingly simple. Join us at Galen College of Nursing's upcoming open house. You'll get to meet advisors, current students, and faculty. Plus, learn about the personalized student support Galen offers to help you succeed in nursing school. RSVP now for our open house on Tuesday, February 18th from 4:30 to 6:30 p.m. by visiting galencollege.edu/Orlando.
Jay, why is auto insurance so expensive? I need to get insured, but I need a better solution.
Vic, you should call Acceptance. Acceptance had better rates, better options, and better customer service than my previous company. Acceptance was just better. They did all the work comparing different plans and found me the best payment options that fit my budget.
Really? Do you have their number?
800-606-7049. 800-606-7049.
Why pay more? Acceptance Insurance has offices in your neighborhood, and one call to Acceptance could save you up to 30% on your car insurance. 800-606-7049. Let Acceptance work better for you. 800-606-7049. 800-606-7049. Acceptance Insurance. We shop, you save. Restrictions apply based on a Q1 2024 study of Acceptance Insurance customers who reported saving when they switched. License number L012994.
I have your weekend plans. Join me, Taco Bob, at the Orlando Harley-Davidson Historic Factory on 5-4 across from the mall at Millennia. Starting at 1 this Saturday. It's Chrome Coming 2025. They've got all the brand new 2025 Harleys. Plus, on site, we're going to have a food truck, full bar, and, oh yeah, bikini contest, which I'll be hosting. So again, that's this Saturday, February 8th, starting at 1 at Orlando Harley-Davidson. Chrome Coming 2025. Please remember to drink responsibly.
For live radio to have lyrics, that's amazing.
You guys outdid yourselves.
Join the millions already on the new and improved iHeartRadio app.
Can I give it 6 stars?
Find your new favorite feature on the iHeartRadio app today.
iHeartRadio.
Joe Montana here. In my football days, I knew the importance of a strong defense. Now I'm sharing how you can help defend your health against pneumococcal pneumonia and invasive pneumococcal disease. Are you 50 or older like me? The CDC now recommends vaccination against pneumococcal disease. Even if you're healthy, your age puts you at increased risk and over 6 times greater risk of hospitalization with pneumococcal pneumonia than adults under 50. Schedule your appointment today at vaxassist.com.
Sponsored by Pfizer.
Rapid radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. A great alternative to a mobile phone for your kids. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com and you'll get 60% off. Free UPS shipping. Add code radio and get an extra 5% off.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Radio. Radio. 104.1.
They're best friends, unless they're fighting. Are they fighting? It's the new...
In courtrooms all over the country, the most viral action that you need to know, and we'll check in with a police horse and Blake Lively and a pastor and all sorts of stuff in just moments. Saw this just coming across. A judge has temporarily halted Trump's federal employee buyout program. 60,000 plus workers have taken the buyout so far, an administration official says, which 60,000, it's kind of a drop in the bucket, but you know, if we can wean it down to the people who actually want to be there and they get a real good deal on the way out, I'm fine with it. But this judge is saying, whoa, let's take a look at this. Let's see if this is legit or if this is somehow something that the president and the administration shouldn't be doing. They're going to investigate that, and then I'm sure we'll hear more very soon. A couple of emails coming in worth touching on here. And you can email the show, tips@thenewsjunkie.com. This is from McPhee, who said, I've never wanted to huff nitrous more than after your previous segment. Thanks, junkies. You shouldn't do that. We're telling you not to do it.
Should have kept that one anonymous.
Big John says the tips@thenewsjunkie.com. Do not do flavored whippets, he said. The canisters contain powdered flavoring. It is not a good time inhaling it. Just stick with the regular ones. LMFAO, peace. I'm saying don't stick with any of them.
Stick to the classics, he says. Big Bad John.
And Waterboy's emails. So one of my former neighbors has some issues and dumped this in my yard the night the cops arrested him in front of my house. I found it the next morning. Oh, I see like a canister here. And
that looks like the Euro one. Just different graphics on it.
It says Looper. 615 grams. 1L tank. So it's easy to get. 1 liter tank. Easy to get that stuff for your young kids. Make sure, seriously, you're paying attention to them. All right, it's time to get into jury duty. So let's do that.
Court is now in session, so put your phone down and pay attention. Before we call the bailiff over to whip your ass, you're now on jury duty with the News Junkie.
Jury duty brought to you by the one, the only Mo DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm. Injured on the go, just call Mo. 800-CALL-MO, 800-CALL-MO. After an accident, make sure you're all right first. And then the moment you got everything in order, it's time to start fighting for you, your family, and your future. 1-800-CALL-MO or go to justcallmo.com. We go now to police body cam footage, which we'll listen to. This is strange because it's not from a police officer in a patrol cruiser. It's from a police officer doing a chase on a horse. And let's see what that mission is like. Galloping along. Right now there's an arrest going on.
Move forward. Hey.
Oh, he's running. He's running. I've never seen a police chase on horseback. What is this?
I didn't know they did those.
This is like the 1800s. Oh, no, they're crossing traffic here. The horse is headed out into the road.
Hey!
Somebody else hit him.
Get that Batman. Get that Batman now. Get him. Get him now. Hey, get on the ground. You're going to get run over. Come on now. Get him, boy.
That's the horse.
You better stop. You're going to get hit. Come on now.
Fast forward here, and Nash's chase is going on for quite some time. He's cutting through some parking lots. It's making his way through here and there.
Who edited this? This is erratic. This is terrible to watch. They just go under a drive-through?
Well, you're not going to be able to outrun us on the horse. You better stop.
It sounds like he is.
Yeah. You're not going to be able to outrun us for another 45 minutes on this horse. Sure, you've made it so far, but we've got more here. Get him!
Get on the ground right now! Watch it! Get on the ground right now! Get on the ground!
Get him! Trample with the horse. He's a big boy.
That guy outran the horse.
You know,
Go ahead and have a seat.
Oh, there you go.
I did not
Jordan Wilson.
I didn't see what size he was when the chase started, so that was very surprising.
Yeah. He's a big boy.
He's
a
fast.
25-year-old Jordan Wilson. He maneuvered his way in and out of traffic and from all sorts of parking lots to other parking lots. Zephyr's Biker says, that's a slow horse. Hey, he was doing his best. He's on asphalt, okay? CNJ Ford says, when does the horse start running? He was doing his best. He got him at the end, didn't he? Car might have been faster, but he got him nonetheless. Now an update, an unfortunate one, on this poor woman, Lucy Pat Curl, who was taken off life support and ended up dying yesterday. Her husband, Bill Curl, is a longtime pastor at First Baptist in Orlando in Florida. And this was a woman who was attacked. She answered a knock on the door of her home. The suspect, a 55-year-old guy by the name of Ronald Dwayne Davis, who was seen wandering around my neighborhood like a week before or something. And people said, this guy, if you go up to him, he's very violent and crazy. This homeless guy's out of his mind. And people on next door, as is their wont to attempt to be the dumbest people on planet Earth, said, have you ever tried going up to him and talking to him? Have you ever tried bringing him a sandwich and asking him his story? And sure, that's a smart move. And in this case, you see how it ended here. This 55-year-old knocks on her door. She's trying to be sweet. She answers the door. He's dressed up as a security officer. He's done this before. He spent 15 years behind bars for doing almost the same exact thing. And it says the circumstances around her passing are shocking and abrupt and not what we would have expected or chosen. But as our Lord has forgiven us, we're asked to forgive each other. He said he wants to look at the photo this pastor took of his wife after she died. And he said, I'm going to show it to the man who did this to her, and then I'm going to forgive him. I refuse to let his actions dictate who I am. Davis was arrested on charges of home invasion, robbery with a weapon, aggravated battery on a person 65 or older with great bodily harm, and aggravated battery with a weapon. And they may update those charges, obviously, because the woman has died as a result of all of this. There are some totally normal and okay homeless people out there who absolutely need the help of their fellow citizens. But to look at that and ignore that we have mentally ill, deranged, and dangerous people among them is to ignore everything that is obvious in the world. And people will only do that for so long. They'll only play these games for so long. When you tell them an X is a Y or a this is a that, and all these homeless people are actually just incredibly safe, nice human beings that are being stomped out by the evil capitalist system. People aren't dumb at the end of the day. And they know, though, even we've got to help some of these people out. The other ones we got to protect ourselves from. And you got to be careful out there. Now over to this in jury duty to round things out today. Blake Lively, you know her. You've heard of her. Mm-hmm. She is a very famous actress. She is in is it A Simple Plan? What's the movie that she was in? Courtney loves this damn movie. I think it's A Simple Plan. Look that up. Blake Lively Plan.
You're not
movie.
talking about the most recent one.
It's not the one which
It Ends With Us is the one
Ends With Us.
Baldoni.
That's the domestic violence, what she was in with Baldoni. But the one that Courtney likes is like A Simple Plan or some kind of plan thing. And now they're doing a sequel to it, which is about to drop on Amazon Prime. So she's out doing a bunch of press and stuff.
A simpler plan?
Yeah, it's a simple plan.
A simple favor.
That's it. A Simple Favor. And now the sequel has been renamed Another Simple Favor, I think.
Ooh.
They were going to do A Simple Favor 2 for a while. They just didn't like the ring of that. She doesn't have to worry about that as much as she does that she's getting sued once again. A Texas crisis communications specialist has sued Blake Lively for defamation after she pulled him into her legal fight with co-star and director Justin Baldoni. Those two dummies are fighting over this lawsuit. There's a bunch of big lawsuits because they hate each other, and they'll never get along here. Jed Wallace and his company Street Relations filed a $7 million lawsuit in federal court in Texas against Blake Lively, and he's alleging that she ruined his career and his business, and he wants $7 million out of her. This whole thing just keeps going on and on and on. Nobody looks good. Now there's rumors that Justin Baldoni, this dude, that his attorneys are going to try to push to get a deposition from Taylor Swift, because that will freak Blake Lively out, and she'll go, I can't put Taylor Swift at risk, and then they'll shut down the case. But the important thing is, Mo is the one who pointed this out. I didn't even think about this. I keep going, why don't these people just go about their careers and stop fighting with each other? Mo said, when you get this far into the fight, whoever is the side that gives up, the other side's going to pounce on that and say, it's a good thing they did that because we were right the whole time. And they really were this bad person that we were saying they were.
That's annoying.
And yeah, so you end up in this stupid stalemate where we waste the time of the court and we waste the time of everybody involved and just
Couldn't you get past that by settling out of court with just extreme non-disclosure agreements on both sides?
Maybe. That would be probably the best case scenario for all parties here.
Because that's what ended up happening to the whole Huey Lewis and your boy that was at the party. What was it? Parker Jr.?
Ray Parker Jr.
Ray Parker Jr.
Yeah.
Ray Parker Jr. sued Huey Lewis back because he talked about it on Behind the Music or something and took a bunch of money from him.
Right, yeah. All right, Tracy Claus says on Twitch, at the News Junkie, they updated the charges on late Wednesday. They said he's been charged with first-degree murder in the commission of a home invasion. There you go. Thank you for that update, Tracy. Appreciate that much. We got more to get to before the show wraps up today. In the final hour, we'll get to some protests that are going on out there in the world. We'll also talk about some new comments from Trump. We'll get into your dispatches. We'll get into an update on the Super Bowl. That, in fact, is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Hi, I'm Sherry, and I'm from Merritt Island, and I won $1,000 just for listening to 104.1.
Your next chance to win $1,000 is minutes away, courtesy of Mills Air on Real Radio 104.1.
Emergency crews have moved that accident off to the shoulder now at I-4 eastbound near Maitland Boulevard. There's an accident partially blocking the off-ramp from I-4 eastbound to Conroy Road. Move over and slow down if you see police activity or emergency vehicles on the roadways, and just travel with caution this afternoon. The roadways are getting busy. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center of James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Wawa. Get Wawa Rewards' biggest deal of the year before it's gone. Redeem bonus offers for $1 hot coffee, $2 iced coffee, and $3 Monster Energy every day, as many times as you want. Now through February 16th.
This earful of Real Radio is sponsored by Wassey's Meat Market, the best place to buy a big green egg.
Real Radio wants to provide the assist on your holiday bills by putting $1,000 in your hand. $1,000 13 times a day. You know the drill. Just listen for the keyword to win $1,000 each hour weekdays from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Then take that keyword and enter it on our website, realradio.fm. Whether you do that on your phone or your computer, we don't care. What we do care about is that you answer the phone from a number that will probably say no caller ID when they call back the winner, because that's how you get $1,000 in your hand. This contest sponsored locally by Mills Air.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer? Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. And now save 50% on the new Sleep Number limited edition smart bed. Plus free home delivery when you add a base. Ends Monday. Exclusively at a Sleep Number store near you. Learn more at sleepnumber.com.
Were you uninvited to game night? Do you play board games with the ferocious intensity of an iron-fisted oligarch? Have friends left game night asking, how do you sleep at night? Then you should get a mattress from Mattress Firm. They can help anyone sleep. Right now, during Mattress Firm's President's Day sale, save up to $500 on Tempur-Pedic. Plus, get a
Always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
Take your Valentine's experience to a whole new level this year with jewelry, flowers, candy, dinner, and a romantic getaway. All courtesy of International Diamond Center. Nothing says love like romantic jewelry from IDC. From a simple pendant to an exquisite designer ring, we've got a fantastic selection of affordable, timeless gifts. And this year, with any jewelry purchase at IDC of $129 or more, we're giving you long stem roses, some delicious chocolates, and a gift card for dinner from Talk of the Town Restaurant Group. It's one-stop shopping for all things romantic. And this year, we're taking it up a notch with a 3-day romantic getaway to places like New York, Napa, and Savannah. Just spend $2,500 on your jewelry and we'll set you up in a 4-star hotel in the romantic city of your choice. Spend $5,000 and we'll throw in the airfare and some spending money. Make this Valentine's one to remember. Let IDC help you with jewelry, flowers, chocolates, dinner, and a romantic vacation. We've got it all. Happy Valentine's from International Diamond Center. Altamont Springs, Mall at Millennia, and Waterford Lakes. Restrictions apply. See store for details.
Get Wawa Rewards' biggest deal of the year before it's gone. Any size hot coffee for $1. Any size iced coffee for $2. And a 16-ounce Monster Energy for $3. You can redeem these bonus offers every day, as many times as you want, now through February 16th. Don't miss it. $1 hot coffee, $2 iced coffee, and $3 Monster Energy drinks. Unlimited, now through February 16th. Gotta have a Wawa.
Live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Got questions after an accident? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Your music, radio, and podcasts are on our free iHeartRadio app.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, BANK. B-A-N-K. Bank. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
Radio. 104.1.
Three best friends diving into the deep end of internet culture.
Go over to thenewsjunkie.com and learn more about the show now, and then leave your comments in a recorded message we call a dispatch. It's super easy to do. You can do it right there on your smartphone on thenewsjunkie.com. Tips at thenewsjunkie.com. Irv emails the show. Irv says, if you could really talk about anything, you would have mentioned the $84 million Chelsea Clinton received from USAID for Haiti restoration. And Haiti never received the money, says Irv. Oh, no. Actually, the suits are walking into the studio right now.
Uh-oh.
At iHeart. Mike, oh, God. They're
oh, boy.
We're not allowed to talk about this. We've gone too far. Well, I'll just keep going. Said, just like the $180 million we gave Zelensky, he claims he only saw less than half. Let's talk about it, says Irv. I will reiterate something that I think is the most true thing that I have ever said. In 2025, it remains more true than ever. Everyone is mad and no one knows what they're talking about. Everyone is mad and nobody knows what they're talking about. Every single time I see this, people are outraged. They're upset. They're willing to put everything on the line. And when it comes down to it, they have no idea what they're talking about, nor do they really actually care to know what's going on. With Zelensky, Ukraine, if you will, and the money that has been given to Ukraine by the United States of America, I hope you know we're not like dropping off shiploads of money, right? Like we don't go to Ukraine and go, here you go, the golden bars you asked for. Here's
a check.
Here's a big check like you won the lottery or something. Here
Paid
you go.
to the order of Ukraine.
Here you go. It's against Russia. Take these. We are mostly giving them weaponry. We are giving them armaments. We are giving them things that are of these values that we give over to the Ukrainian people. You cannot like that. That's fine. I think that's legit. think it's legit if you don't want to be funding Ukraine against Russia. I happen to dislike Russia and Russian incursions into sovereign territory, which is what has happened in that country. And I think that placating this by just letting it happen and letting Russia gobble up Ukraine and who knows who's next is a bad idea because Putin sucks and F Putin, in my opinion, right? But that's how that works. We're not giving them cash. We bring them weaponry. We bring them sometimes munitions and different things to fight the war. So that's where we end up where they go, well, we didn't find all of this. We don't have all the money.
Well, Sean, maybe you would talk about this Iraqi Sesame Street.
Shut it down. How much are we wasting on Iraqi Sesame Street? I got to tell you, I'm the guy, man. I'm the one here still beating my chest saying our government should not be wasting money. Our government should not. We should root it all out. We should take every bit of waste, and we should make our government as small and efficient as it possibly can be. But there's some real dodos out there. The thing that's funny, I'll get to your Chelsea Clinton thing in a moment, right? But the thing that's so funny about this, the way I feel is as if somebody has just subscribed to the News Junkie podcast and they've started at the very beginning. And they go, huh, did you hear what happened with this, with that? And you go, you guys, all of this funding was public for years and years and years and years. Like you could go on opensecrets.org. You could go on these websites. You could see all of this money. This is not new. You just now caught on to the fact that you could look at what the government spends money on various websites and everything is a jaw dropper shock for you. It's not new. The Chelsea Clinton thing, she took home $84 million. The graph originated on a website. This is according to a fact check of this claim, datarepublican.com. The amount was labeled as the gross receipts of the Bill, Hillary, and Chelsea Clinton Foundation without mentioning the period it applied to. The same website listed Chelsea Clinton's compensation at that foundation of $0.00. Other data from ProPublica's nonprofit Explorer, based on tax filings, shows that Chelsea Clinton took $0.00 from that group, that organization. The group overall, with a valid EIN number, I think is what they call them, and a valid business tax number, which you can track, received $83 million for the entire foundation and all of the things that they were involved in. So everybody's kind of dumb about these things. They're like, I've discovered there's a search engine for government monies and expenditures, and I'm not smart enough to actually read into what is going on here. Doesn't look like Chelsea Clinton got any money. It looks like money is wasted, and I want them to go in and figure out all the waste and clean up as much of it as possible. I pay taxes. I want those taxes to be used for things that are good. I want all the grifters to be weeded out. But you don't have to go full dumb in the process. And a lot of people seem to have done that. But Irv, as you see, they have not taken us off the air just yet. Roy emails talking about Ozzy Osbourne and the final concert with Black Sabbath they just announced this year. Roy says, I saw Ozzy Osbourne in 2018. It was one of the best concerts I have ever seen in my entire life. And I couldn't believe it, he said, says Roy. You got to go see Ozzy's final show. I wouldn't mind. I would go see Ozzy Osbourne. I think he's cool. I like him. And I would go see Black Sabbath. But I feel like the tickets are going to be $8 jabillion, just like all the rest of them. The tickets will be the equivalent of a Politico Pro subscription. And that sounds a little too pricey, even for me. Over to you and your comments momentarily. First, the Super Bowl, New Orleans, security. C-Lane talking to somebody in the know who says this is a, what did they classify the event as again?
Sear 1.
Sear, S-E-A-R, Sear 1 event, which means it's top of the notch or top notch and top level security.
A Homeland Security specification or designation, the Special Event Assessment Rating, which it almost seems like a Sear 1 is like the amount of security that the president can walk into and not need to change much or anything. Right. You know, like they've already got all the stuff that the Secret Service would be installing. You know, they've already got that taken care of.
So nobody's going into this game that hasn't been looked over, hasn't gone through a metal detector.
The person I was talking to used to be an intern here at our radio station, and he works for the halftime show He has done it for the past handful of years.
Mm-hmm. And now he's made his way all the way up to those ranks from intern. Why are our interns doing so well? Why do we have interns that are out there fruitful in the world and thriving?
And I'm still here.
We're all still here. Take us along with you, please.
We wanted to get it even worse.
Yeah,
when he's
please.
not doing the halftime show, I don't know what he was doing, or what anybody was. What else
testing
they're
out
doing on the
condoms
side.
or something? What is this guy up to?
No, he just moved to Mexico to chill for a while.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, struggling out there in the world. Okay, so the security is high, and they say the special agent in charge of Homeland Security investigations in the New Orleans office is covering all angles of this. They say of the recent attack in New Orleans, I did take that attack personally. My people take it personally. This ain't happening again. Not a single person involved in planning of the security effort was unaffected by this. So they're already cracking down as the Super Bowl ticks closer. What do you think? Let us know. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Send us a dispatch right now. Aventusora on Twitch says, America spends thousands of dollars every year to try to eradicate a brown snake in Guam. In case you want more examples of spending that needs to be cut. Yeah, that's just the surface of it. The problem is there are so many great examples where you say, look, huge amount of money wasted, spent on some program that's dopey that nobody wants. Great example. Let's get rid of this. Let's cut the fat. Let's cut the pork out of this, right?
In the words of George Carlin, they're trying to get rid of the snake, not because it's dangerous, just because it's brown.
Oh, don't want that. It sounds bad. It sounds real bad. But the problem here is a bunch of dummies are finding things that aren't true and going, look, this is proof of wasteful spending, because they don't know how to read spreadsheets. So focus on the stuff that actually is overspending. It is absolutely wasteful. There's a ton of stuff for you to focus on. And I assure you, I was thinking of this, and this maybe is dopey, but I like it as an idea. I think that with these websites that have all the government expenditures, what they're spending your taxpayer dollars on, make a website like this where people can downvote all the different things the government is spending money on. And if something gets over 10,000 downvotes, then the administration has to directly address exactly why that money is being spent, what it's being spent on, line by line what's happening. They have to defend it. They can't do it in the cover of darkness. They can't do it, here where they just kind of hide under a spreadsheet that nobody really looks at. Make it so the American people, the taxpayers, can say, I want to look through this and I want to highlight the things I won't like. And then if I think it's wasteful, you have to address it. You can't just get away with spending all of our money on a bunch of frivolous stuff. Right now, it's an unorganized thing where people are just mad about whatever money they see online. What else do we have here? People are angry. There's a lot of protests going on, so we'll touch on those in just a little bit, including Chuck Schumer. He's out there chanting. They're screaming into these terrible microphones.
I'm going to stand with you in this fight.
I told you.
And we will win.
Whoa.
News distortion.
We will win. We will win. We will win. We will win.
That's your chant?
We will win. We won't rest. We won't rest.
We won't rest?
We won't rest. We won't rest.
Changing mid-chant.
Yeah, you get a better chant. Find something that rhymes with Elon and then use that. That's what everybody's revved up about. Elon Musk, what rhymes with Musk? That's kind of a tougher one.
Things.
Elon Musk, go.
Elon Musk, just a husk. No, that's back to the drawing board. We need something that really hits home.
Time for dusk.
Yeah. Elon Musk, gone by dusk. That's better.
Go.
That's better than what
Musk.
There we go.
There's so many things that are better than just, we will win. We will win. You got to chant better than that. Let's see what else they're chanting out there. We got another person at one of these protests.
I looked up husk in Rhyme Zone, and in the 3-syllable list, the first thing is Elon Musk.
There's not a lot of things.
I didn't think that would show up as a word.
I think it's Eminem style, like orange. More protesters.
And I am super scared. Like, I'm sorry.
They're telling her to be louder. She's talking into a megaphone. A little louder if you can, please.
I am so scared. We cannot let them repeat history. We can't. We cannot. We can't let them do that. No.
All right.
We should be learning from what happened back in need to fight.
We need to fight. They're working it out. They got to get their organization going, these resistant folks. So I don't think they're quite there just yet. We'll see what you think with your comments, your dispatches. Got an email to pounce on. We got to talk about Kanye West. He's in the news once more. It's always surprising with Kanye. This time, no different. What's happening with him? That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Traffic is slowing down on I-4 between the Beach Line and State Road 535. Heading through that Champions Gate area, there's an accident partially blocking the off-ramp from I-4 eastbound to Conroy Road. On most of the major roadways here, you won't be expecting any problems just yet. But if you do see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Florida Prepaid College Savings Plans. Make sure your child has the savings they need for college with a Florida prepaid plan. It's a tax-advantaged, risk-free investment in your child's future and the smartest way to save. Open enrollment is now, and plans start at just $29 a month. Enroll today.
This earful of Real Radio is sponsored by RC Hill Mitsubishi, Highway 1792 in DeLand.
We're definitely going to be late to the concert. I feel like we should be there by now.
I'm just taking a little detour. I got to fill up my gas tank, and I know this place a couple towns over where the gas is cheaper.
Are you serious? We're going to be late for the concert because you're driving out of the way for cheaper gas? Just use Upside.
What's Upside?
Upside is the free cashback app that gets you real cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait, I can get cash back just for buying the gas I need anyway?
Yes, I use it all the time, and I've made around $200. Now pull over so you can download the Upside app before we miss the concert.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code OIL25 to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime, right to your bank, PayPal, or as a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code OIL25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code OIL25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus. That's code OIL25.
Attention homeowners, Chelsea here. For a limited time, Renewal by Andersen is making it easy to upgrade your home during our free window month. Right now, when you buy 4 windows or patio doors, you'll get 1 free. That's right, absolutely free. Our exclusive Fibrex material delivers the perfect combination of stunning style, durability, and energy efficiency, keeping your home cool in the Florida summer, comfortable in the winter, and efficient year-round. Perfect for your home makeover this season. Act fast. This exclusive offer is only available for a limited time. Whether you're looking to upgrade your windows or add beautiful new patio doors, now's the time to make it happen. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free consultation today and see how we can help you transform your home. Renewal by Andersen, the better way to a better window. Minimum purchase required. Free window of equal or lesser value. Offer ends soon. See website for details. License number CG C1527613.
People told me I needed to slow down. I told them I don't know how. I'm experiencing things I've only dreamed of. I have my freedom back. So while some days might be harder than others, I know a place I can go where I can feel strong and supported.
At VA, we're using technology to help veterans recover faster and live their lives to the fullest. Help us redefine the future of veteran healthcare.
Explore opportunities at vacareers.va.gov.
Total Wireless is made to totally keep up with you. We have unlimited data that never slows you down, covered by the Verizon 5G network, and all for less than $30 a month when you get 4 lines. And the best part, we give you a free Samsung Galaxy A16 5G when you switch to the 5G Unlimited or 5G Plus Unlimited plan. Visit your local Total Wireless store today. Total Wireless, we're totally with you. Actual speeds may vary by location. For data management practices, see TotalWireless.com.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks VapoStick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks vapors in an easy-to-apply stick. And it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks VapoStick, soothing comfort for the whole family. And when you need more comfort for yourself, try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks vapors. Use as directed. VapoStick for use ages 4 and up. Vapo Shower Max use for adults only.
Before the Great American Race on Sunday, the high banks of Daytona heat up with a Saturday night showdown in the NASCAR Xfinity Series. Experience the intense competition up close on the sport's biggest stage to kick off the 2025 season. The NASCAR Xfinity Series at Daytona International Speedway, Saturday, February 15th. Tickets start at just $49, and kids 12 and under are free in general admission. Secure your seats now at DaytonaInternationalSpeedway.com.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment changeouts and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
I love my Big Green Egg, and if you're looking for a deal on a Big Green Egg, do yourself a favor. Visit my friends at Wassey's Meat Market right there in Melbourne, Florida, or visit their website, wasseysmeatmarket.com. They carry all the sizes of the Big Green Egg right there at Wassey's Meat Market.
Get ready for Super Bowl 59 with iHeart, the official partner of the NFL Podcast Network.
This is Cam Jordan from the NFL Podcast Network show, Off the Edge with Cam Jordan.
Join Cam and other podcasts like NFL Daily, NFL Players, Second Acts, and more.
We'll all be recording live from New Orleans this week. Make sure to open the iHeart app and search NFL to hear all the action and the biggest guests.
Getting you ready for the Super Bowl with the NFL Podcast Network. Just open the free iHeart app and search NFL to start listening now.
Trajan Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisor. Visit TrajanWealth.com.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, bank, B-A-N-K, bank. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
The show that takes you from Skywall summer to Jack Rocket fall.
All over the place. We'll touch on a bunch of different things and give our thoughts and get yours as we go along. It's an easy way to end things up by getting a lot of stuff taken care of in a short period of time on the show. First, this tips at thenewsjunkie.com, and Brenda emails the show. She's talking about the guy, what's his name, Jordan? Was it Marcus Jordan?
Yeah.
Marcus Jordan, who drove onto the train tracks. And I've said many times, number one, the easiest thing you can assure that won't happen in your entire life is to not get hit by a train. It is so easy for human beings to not get hit by a train. I don't know how this happens. I don't know how people can be so stupid. I could guarantee you my whole life I will never get hit by a train. It just won't happen. They have tracks. You can see where they're coming. They make lots of noise, and I won't be the one. I've seen somebody get hit by a train right in front of my damn eyes, but I won't be the person, all right?
Forgot about that.
And Brenda says, hi, Sean. Well, I fully understand that anyone that goes on the tracks is not too bright. There are exceptions. I raised my children in a small town in upstate New York where my husband was from. They had a railroad trestle that everyone crossed to fish, including my husband when he was a young boy. The trestle was safe because there were two spots where the train would blow at crossings that could be heard there, giving everybody plenty of time to get off it. My 16-year-old went fishing just after school let out for the summer with a couple of his friends. The train came with no warning, causing everybody to jump off to escape. The jump was high, and my son was terrified of heights, so he thought he could outrun it. He was a junior volunteer fireman, so everybody that responded was understandably shook and asking a lot of questions. That day, a 60 Minutes reporter was on the train and told the chief that there were two unticketed passengers that were ushered back to the passenger car after the accident. The passengers were prostitutes picked up in Montreal. Where are we going here? As they were very busy, they never blew the warning whistles, which was reported by many people working on the route. Oh, so they didn't blow the train warning whistles because they were with prostitutes?
Too busy with the prostitutes?
That's crazy. They said it was very strange. They never blew at either stop. Anyways, just thought I would share. The engineers are not always
prostitutes are taking their time.
I love the show, and I share it whenever I can, says Brenda. Brenda, thank you for the story. Thank you for the email. Now to a couple of random things seemingly thrown together here in a grab bag segment. Kanye West says he was misdiagnosed. He is not bipolar, as you may have assumed.
What? Tripolar, quad kind of thing?
Neither one of those. They said they've reworked his diagnosis. They figured out what's going on with him. In a new podcast called The Download, Kanye West, who now goes by the name Ye or Ye or something, said his naked wife, Bianca Censori, suggested that he get re-diagnosed. Kanye says, I went to this doctor. My wife took me to do that because she said something about your personality doesn't feel like it's bipolar. I've seen bipolar before. And Kanye says, I've come to find out it's really a case of autism that I have. He says the diagnosis helped him better understand some of his behavioral patterns, such as in 2018 when he wore a cap reading Make America Great Again and praised Donald Trump, including saying the mob can't make me not love him. He says, autism takes you to a Rain Man thing. This is Kanye West quote. Autism takes you to a Rain Man thing. I'm gonna wear this Trump hat because I like Trump in general. And then when people tell you not to do it, you just get that, you get on that one point, and that's my problem. When fans tell me to do my album a certain way, I'll do it the opposite way, he says. He even had a hit song called Can't Tell Me Nothing. He says, this is not bipolar disorder. He is autistic. That is what's happening with our friend Kanye West.
All right. Good to know.
I'll take him at the doctor's diagnosis. I'm not here to diagnose anybody on my own. Just not a professional at. We got some ideas as to what's next in terms of the economy and you and your monies for the Trump administration. Trump, according to the Wall Street Journal, just had a meeting with a bunch of different people, and his press secretary said in the meeting, Trump laid out his tax priorities. All right, this is what could affect your money, your taxes, your investments, et cetera, et cetera. He's pushing harder on no tax on tips, Social Security, or overtime pay. Those were some campaign promises. No tax on tips. If you're for that, he's pushing hard for this. Social Security and overtime pay. He wants to renew the 2017 tax cuts. Going to need some help on this one. He wants to adjust the SALT cap. What, pray tell, is that? Look up taxes, SALT, all capital letters. I'm not going to pretend I know like I'm some finance whiz.
State, under current law, households can deduct up to $10,000 that they pay into state and local taxes, in parentheses, SALT, from the amount of their income that is subject to federal taxes.
All right, so they're going to adjust the cap on that amount of money. They're going to eliminate tax breaks, quote, for billionaire sports team owners. That's a way to phrase it, because who's going to want to fight for those people to get tax breaks? Eliminate tax breaks for billionaire sports teams owners and close the carried interest tax deduction loophole, which I'm always ranting about over here. I'll tell you what.
Big hater.
That damn carried interest tax deduction loophole, I just do not like it. Now, that's what's coming up.
Kit D.
As they call it. Kit D and SALT. I can't decide which one I dislike more, but we'll have to see what happens next, as that's the agenda, at least, for the tax stuff. I don't know if I believe this story, but TMZ is giving us an update on the Blake Lively stuff. They say Taylor Swift is saying that she has bad blood. You get it? With Blake Lively.
Yeah, like the song.
She says, I'm not your dragon, because Blake Lively in some text messages to this guy she's at war with said, I've got dragons. My dragons are Taylor Swift and Ryan Reynolds. And allegedly, with all of the caveats you could think of, this is to say that now Taylor Swift is angry. One source says Taylor believes Blake timed her meeting with Justin so Taylor would arrive before he left, and is baffled by Blake Lively later characterizing her as her dragon. The source says it's weird to say that about a friend. So maybe some bad blood there, but probably just a bunch of TMZ nonsense. And
did she say specifically that Taylor Swift was one of the people she was referring to as a dragon?
She did. She said Taylor. She didn't say her last name, but she said Taylor. And they had just met the day before, her and the Justin Baldoni guy. A lot of drama going on in that world. Much of it strange. And over to Trump, who posted on Truth Social about the Gaza stuff. Big bombshells on that this week. Trump says in an update, the Gaza Strip would be turned over to the United States by Israel at the conclusion of fighting. The Palestinians, people like Chuck Schumer, would have already been resettled in far safer and more beautiful communities with new and modern homes in the region.
Is he calling Chuck Schumer a Palestinian?
It seems like he is. Just going by the wording
That's
here. It
how
seems
I
like
got
he is.
it.
They would actually have a chance to be happy, safe, and free. The U.S., working with great development teams from all around the world, would slowly and carefully begin the construction of what will become one of the greatest and most spectacular developments of its kind on Earth. No soldiers by the U.S. would be needed. Stability for the region would reign, says Trump on his Gaza comments earlier this week. And finally, an update here on the border stuff before we go to you. Mexico is living up to the promise on this tariff fight. They are now officially deploying the first 10,000 National Guard troops to their border. They're headed to the border. There's video and photo of them making their way along the Mexico-U.S. border in Ciudad Juarez. And so that seems like possibly a win there on the border side of the argument for Trump. But what do you think? That's what we're always wondering around these parts. So let's see. Let's go to a video dispatch. Here's our friend Swilly chiming in.
I thought this was kind of funny. I'm on the job out here, hanging out with my boys.
Some horses.
Bite me, I'm going to clock you. This one's Bitey because he bites. That one's Whitey because he committed tax fraud. I'm just kidding.
Because he commits tax fraud.
Both of them are assholes. But I was listening to the show, and you guys brought up whippets, and these guys came running over.
Oh, they want some.
You guys drug addicts. Good bunch of good boys. Anyway, love you. Goodbye.
I used to have a friend down the end of the street where I lived in the acreage, 49th Street. They lived down the end of the street, and they had a big fenced-in area with a couple of horses. I think I mentioned these horses before. And the guy who lived there was a drunk. He was a wild man, too, man. But he loved these horses. And when we would walk down the street, he'd be like, come over here. I'm going to show you something. And he was fine. Like, he wasn't a creeper or anything. So we would go over there. And he would always show us a trick with the horse. And one time he took a beer. It was like an old Milwaukee or some weird brand like that. He took the beer can and he goes, watch this. And he put the beer can in the horse's mouth, and the horse tipped its head back and drank the can of beer as we were sitting there in front of him. And it was that moment that I realized horses like all sorts of stuff. You could give them whippets if you want, and they will be down for it, I think.
How many beers to get a horse drunk, though?
Oh, lots.
At least 3 cases, I think.
Yeah, I think the horse would go for a while. They would eat anything, man. Anything this guy tried to give them. He'd give them burritos. He'd give the horses anything, and they would eat whatever you put near them. It's very weird.
It's not good for the horse.
Probably
burritos?
Not. He was a raging alcoholic, C-Lane. He was like, the guy was just pickling himself. It was bad. Here's Smackerel with the dispatch. Hello. Talking about chicken and eggs, allegedly. Hang on,
chicken and egg.
We got it right here now. Oh, his dispatch doesn't want to play. I don't even know if I've ever had that happen before. Smackerel, that's going to have to go on ice for now.
It happens to every guy at some point.
It does. Here's Muff Mouth in the meantime. Oh, no, it's a dispatch-wide issue. Hang on. No, I'll get this under control. I just have to disconnect and reconnect from Wi-Fi. It's one of those little glitches that happens intermittently here on the show. But now we can hear from Smackerel.
Hey, what's up, junkies? First, I want to apologize about the engine noise in the background. I'm sure it drives you crazy.
We fixed the glitch for
Josh,
this?
good to hear you, man. Enjoy it when you're on the show. And C-Lane, hope you're well. Jackson. And Perv, man, doing a good job keeping the show tight.
I'm not Perv.
Anyway, my question is this. They've killed all these chickens, so we got an egg shortage. How come we don't have a chicken shortage? Seems to be plenty of chicken breasts and chicken wings out there. Something to think about.
Farmer John's never to listen to the show again. Going to tune out and say, look, I just can't deal with the idiocy here. You guys don't know enough about farms. Let's distract ourselves with one more. Here's Muff Mouth talking about the death row person.
What's going down, junkies? So, talking about the girl that married the death row inmate, I wonder if those folks that do that can take out like life insurance policy.
No, I don't think so.
The person that's going to be put to death. There's got to be some sort of rule against that, but I mean that would be a reason, right?
I don't know. Let me try. I'll ask TNJ AI and see what we can learn here. Can you take out a life insurance policy on somebody who's on death row? Seems very, very unlikely. This would be the worst business decision.
Like guaranteed money.
Yeah. Who would take that deal?
No, it's not possible to take out a life insurance policy on someone who's on death row. Life insurance companies require that the person being insured pose a reasonable risk.
I believe you.
Which is determined through a process called underwriting. Someone on death row would not meet this requirement.
I believe her. I think she's right. Thank you, TNJAI. The Super Bowl is going to see a change for us along the end zone. They are removing the End Racism slogan that has been on the field for quite some time, changing it to Choose Love.
Oh, okay. Is it because we ended racism already?
We did. We, in fact, I don't know if it happened in the last week or so, but congrats, everybody. High
Mission
fives.
accomplished.
We did it. Yeah, we did it. And they said it couldn't be done. The haters said it couldn't be done, but we apparently have done it. Racism has ended, and now love has not been chosen. So we're going to put Choose Love on the end of the touchdown lane. The end zone, yes. Or as Cordy says, touchdown lane.
Touchdown lane.
NFL spokesman Brian McCarthy
Something
said it's
I never heard in my football career.
NFL spokesperson Brian McCarthy said it was based on recent tragedies, referencing events including the New Year's terrorist attack in New Orleans, where the Super Bowl is being played, wildfires in Los Angeles, and the plane collision in Washington, D.C. last week. Choose Love. How is Choose Love related to the plane collision in Washington, D.C.?
Yeah.
Did somebody involved not choose love? And that's how a passenger plane hit a Black Hawk helicopter? Choose love. Otherwise, this can happen. I don't get it.
Change it to Boo Tragedy.
Yeah, that just more generically, that might do the job, I think.
Damn it, I went to Google. I was going to Google Choose Love, and then you said that, and I started to type Boo Tragedy.
See, it's a better slogan.
It caught on immediately, just like that. When you come back, when we come back, when everyone comes back, we'll all together do the final dispatches.
Come back.
We'll do the stories that didn't make the cut. We'll, of course, do Today I Learned to wrap everything up for a Thursday. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
This weekend, Real Radio 104.1 smells like the 90s.
Right here, right now. There is no other place I want to be.
Classical.
Thursday evening forecast, mainly clear skies on tap through the rest of the overnight tonight. Temperatures dipping down into the mid-60s. And as we take a look at your Friday to wrap up the work week, it's going to be another gorgeous day. A little bit of fog to start off your Friday morning, so be careful on that morning commute. Temperatures starting off throughout the mid-60s, and we're going to see that gorgeous sunshine all through the rest of your Friday. Temperatures going to be throughout the low 80s. Have a great night.
This report is sponsored by Florida Prepaid College Savings Plans. Florida Prepaid Open Enrollment only happens once a year, so now's the time to lock in 2025 plan prices and secure your child's future. Plans start at just $29 a month, and you can enroll in 15 minutes or less at myfloridaprepaid.com.
Did you know that mortgage guy Don offers HELOCs and home equity lines of credit? This is a way to unlock your equity while keeping your super low 2%, 3%, or 4% rate intact on the first mortgage. Get cash out for home improvements, debt consolidation, weddings, back taxes, etc. And unlike the corner banks, that mortgage guy Don has HELOC options as low as a 640 credit score. Get a quote with no hard credit inquiry by going to thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Don't miss the boat, compare your quote with thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Well, look, I get it. Everyone's talking about GLP-1s like Ozempic and semaglutide. With Future Health, you can find out if they're right for you. Hey, it's Sisney from On Air with Ryan Seacrest. Future Health connects you with licensed doctors who specialize in GLP-1 treatments, along with support of a trusted network of over 6,000 providers and pharmacies nationwide. Go to tryfh.com. Tryfh.com. TRYFH.com.
Tryfh.com.
Future Health is not a healthcare services provider. Meds are prescribed at provider's discretion. Results may vary. Sponsored by Future Health.
Great news! You're getting a Gabe store. Do you know about Gabe's? They offer the biggest brands for up to 70% off department store prices. You'll get huge savings on apparel and footwear for the whole family, plus picks for your home from their private label brand, Old Time Pottery. Shop deals on personal care, everyday essentials, and pantry items too. Join the grand opening on February 8th at 1300 West International Speedway Boulevard in Daytona. Doors open at 9 a.m. Gabe's, find your deal.
Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here from my friends over at Life Imaging FLA. 2024 officially in the rear view. It's all done. Tough year. But we have a 2025 looking ahead. Are you healthy? Are you ready to go? Are you strong enough to handle the challenges that 2025 may offer? If not, get with my friends over at Life Imaging FLA. Get that free heart scan. Just a few minimum requirements. It is a $699 value. But look, man, this is like a looking glass into your health. You can see what's happening before it happens. That's right. Don't be reactive. Be proactive. Find out in advance if there's any secret little problem lurking in your chest. They can do that. And remember, you don't take your clothes off, no injection or dyes. The entire process only takes a few minutes, and it's so easy to make your appointment. Check it out. This is all you have to do. Pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250, say the keyword free heart scan. Pound 250, say the keyword free heart scan. They'll connect you in seconds. Then you make your appointment, and off you go to a better, healthier life. Guys, make that call today. Take control of your long-term health care right now. You'll have the option to receive a one-time auto-dial text message from iHeartMedia.
This little piggy wasn't affected by the market. This little piggy had protected funds. This little piggy locked in college costs. This little piggy had a 1-year plan. And all the little piggies went wee to college land.
Before you know it, those tiny feet will be off to college. Save the smartest way with a Florida 529 prepaid plan. Unlike a regular savings account, the funds are dedicated and guaranteed to cover tuition costs. So when they're ready to go, you are too. Prepaid plans start at $29 a month. Open enrollment is now.
Scott for Scott's here. Your lawn is meant for all things bonus. Bonus relaxing, bonus playing, bonus beauty. But when dollar weed and clover are popping up everywhere, it's time to start cutting them back with Scott's Turf Builder Bonus S. It kills dollar weed and clover and feeds your grass so it grows thick and strong to crowd out future weeds. Now that's worth some bonus points, eh?
Get a bag of Scott's Turf Builder Bonus S today. It's guaranteed or your money back.
Feed your lawn. Feed it.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. And now save 50% on the new Sleep Number limited edition smart bed. Plus free home delivery when you add a base. Ends Monday. Exclusively at a Sleep Number store near you. Learn more at sleepnumber.com.
Meal planning is work, so let Fresh from Florida help. Learn what's in season, browse hundreds of recipes, and get tips from Chef Justin by visiting freshfromflorida.com. Eat healthier with Fresh from Florida. There's sunshine in every bite.
Get ready for our 2025 iHeart Podcast Awards.
March 10th, we'll honor the very best in podcasting from the past year and celebrate the most innovative talent and creators in the industry. And you'll help decide who wins Podcast of the Year. Vote now at iHeartPodcastAwards.com.
Audible is a proud sponsor of the Audible Audio Pioneer Award. Explore the best selection of audiobooks plus podcasts and originals, all in one easy app. Audible, there's more to imagine when you listen. Sign up for a free trial at audible.com.
Home of the world-famous Game of Magnets. This is the...
I'm assuming that we are cordially invited to this.
I mean, even if we're not getting one of their awards, you'd think that the number one in the state would at least get invited to the ceremony. Where's the ceremony? When is it?
I would imagine so. I just heard the advertisement playing on the station, or the promo for the iHeart Podcast Awards, and I said, this isn't just dudes on dudes, I hope. I hope there's more room.
We're going to find out, Sean.
Yeah, we're going to find out.
This isn't just whatever one they're promoting for the week here. I hope this is something where they bring us in, because it's a successful podcast, and we've been cheered on by the company for it and won some accolades. So we hope that we'll be invited to this. I just imagine we'll be invited to this. Can't see it any other way, really. Now, let's do the stories that didn't make the cut. Today I learned, and final dispatches to wrap everything up. I did that in the wrong order. I'm going to be uncomfortable now. Let's do the final dispatches, stories that didn't make the cut. And today I learned to wrap everything up for a Thursday. We'll be into the weekend before you know it. Super Bowl weekend. And then some folks taking off on Monday. I don't know what percentage of people are off on Monday. I don't know who's working and who's not. Josh,
define off, like, or just taking off.
Well, let's see, Josh, are you working on Monday after the Super Bowl?
Yes, because I like to do my job.
Are you?
right.
Wow, that sounded very convincing, Joshua. Do you
to do my job.
You work from the office on Monday or from home?
No, I work from my home office.
All right.
All right. Okay, that makes it easier.
How officey is your home office?
I have a desk and a chair and a laptop and some pens and sticky notes.
I'm picturing Josh surrounded by Galaxy gas containers and it's just like empty White Claw cans and a couple of bottles of bourbon.
Maybe.
Still getting the job done, though. That's what matters out there. Now, let's do the final dispatches.
These are the final dispatches, but Sean will probably only play one.
You never know. Let's see what you have to say on the way out. And tomorrow on the show, I want to hear some grade A dispatches. The best of the best. Nothing below an A+ is even going to make it on the show. So let's get these refreshed and get the latest in here. And let's see. Dr. Rob just wants to drop a quick one on us.
This is Dr. Rob entering the touchdown lane. Choose cocaine.
No, it's his day. It's like wine.
It's choose love. They've replaced end racism with choose love, which is paving the way for people who love racism.
Ooh. Yeah. All right. We'll go over here.
That would be the part on Weekend Update where Che shows Colin Joe's face.
Danny has a dispatch for us on the way out. Let's see.
Hello, news junkies / sports gurus.
That's right.
You know, talking about this football and the Super Bowl. If you really think about it, football is kind of a downer. Everything's down. You got a first down, a second down, a third down, a fourth down, a man down, a flag down, loss of downs. Oh, wait, we got a touchdown. But it seems to be something is up. Wait, the kick is up. It's up. It's up. It's no good. Darn it, I'm down. I just lost the Super Bowl pool. Have a great week.
Okay, Danny. Thank you, friend.
All right, you got 1 minute out of a whole type 5 there, so keep working on it.
I think you got the beginning of something genius. It's right. It's the glimmer.
That joke had a lot of downs.
If you, Danny, if you just so happen to look exactly like Matt Rife, you could have a comedy career.
It's true.
Right to the top. Yeah. If you look exactly like Matt Rife, you're good to go. Otherwise, back to the drawing board. This is going to be the last one for the day. Let's hear from Saltpeter. All right.
I'm not sure if you heard or not, but yesterday or the day before, Senator Kennedy said one of the funniest things I've ever heard.
What'd he say?
He said if the Biden administration had found life on Mars, they would have sent it a check. Holy cow, that man is a national treasure.
All right.
I've said it before. I'll say it again. If the Biden administration had found life on Mars, they would have sent it a check.
That's pretty good. It
Thank you,
sounds
Sean.
like it hurts you so bad. But it's
I'm on 8 Zens right now, 6 milligrams each. That's 48 milligrams of nicotine in my mouth.
Good luck. Here's Crispy Bacon.
Afternoon, News Junkies. Hey, Sean, the most famous one where a team thought they were going to win the championship and didn't it was like 1986. The Red Sox playing the Mets in the World Series. Red Sox are down to 1 strike left, 2 outs.
I remember it.
To win. And the Mets came back not only to win Game 6 down by 2 runs, but to win the series. They had the entire locker room with the bags over the lockers, champagne on ice. They were all set to celebrate. And as soon as the game got tied, they had to unload that stuff and get that out. And like 2 minutes later, the Mets won. And it was just nuts. There's a great story online about that. But, yeah. Have a good one, guys.
That'll do it for today. Thank you for your dispatches. Some good ones, some bad ones, and some right in the middle. The silent code on Twitch says, here on the Downs Junkie, don't you do that, sir. Don't you watch your mouth.
Yeah.
Now, we do the stories that didn't make the cut. And I'll tell you, Brady says he's very, very worried about his first performance during Sunday's Super Bowl. And the Fox Sports booth Manor is going to be doing his first ever big game. He said, there's no scoreboard for us. Did we feel we approached the game the right way and we were prepared? Ultimately, it comes down to 2 things. Was I very confident in what I said, and did I enjoy myself? If we can answer yes, then we did a good job. Brady says, I'm very excited for what's ahead.
No scoreboard, my ass. You're going to be scored.
Yeah, because if you screw up, they're paying you a lot of money. The weekly U.S. influenza numbers are up, elevated, and continues to increase across the country. I've heard of multiple people getting sick, including Sabrina not feeling well today in the past 2 weeks, 3 weeks or so. So that's out there. Be careful. Elton John threw a tantrum on a newly released video during one of his recording sessions. I don't have this. Well, I could bring it up if you want to hear it. I don't know. Is it worth it?
We can't see the video.
Oh.
Neither can he.
Hold on. No. Elton John can. What are you talking about? Oh, did he go blind now?
He's having vision troubles.
Oh, the poor guy.
Sorry.
Yeah, there was some clip that
some of us listen to your show.
I missed that one. Where was it? I didn't say it, did I? I only listened to the things that I said.
It's been in the news for a while.
Gosh. I don't listen to half the things I say either, obviously. They said a tantrum with no tiara. Sir Elton John, 77, has a furious meltdown, fights with the producer, and brands the recording sessions an effing nightmare in a shocking video filmed while he was working on his latest album. And let me see if I can skip to where
this... Guys making more albums?
Yeah, he's still working. This seems staged to me. Like he's slamming down his headphones. So I swear it was dramatic there.
It's a nightmare.
New NASA imagery shows a large asteroid could impact Earth in 2032. They've brought their 0.9% probability of impact up to 1%. We have a full percent of impact chance. It's going to happen. 1 out of 100 shots.
I mean, that doomsday clock moves, or what are we doing with the doomsday clock?
No, everything's fine with the doomsday clock. No need to address it. We move on and we get the hell out of here. Now, we do Today I Learned.
The following information may make you feel smarter, but will not actually increase your IQ. So don't get cocky. Now it's time for what we call Today I Learned.
It is Today I Learned for a Thursday, February 5th, 2025. Today I Learned this band right here.
Pearl Jam.
That's right. Pearl Jam is correct, Josh.
Thank you.
The band Pearl Jam leaned on their friends to help them get a record deal. Their friends and a little band called the Red Hot Chili Peppers. They gave former Red Hot Chili Peppers drummer Jack Irons the demo to see if there was anything he could do to it or do with it, and he distributed it to some other people, and then they ended up finding the lead singer for their band, Anthony Kiedis, and then they ended up getting a record deal because they knew people in the right spot. But Pearl Jam then leaned on that newly formed Red Hot Chili Peppers to get them their own deal.
Wow.
I think I got that backwards, but, it makes sense some way, all right? Some way in some world. Today, I learned the people from this group right here. Girl, you know it's...
Milli Vanilli.
That's right, Milli Vanilli in a post-debacle interview after
so
being
glad
caught
there was music under that total just...
You mean when I was drilling it? I was killing it right there? After these moments where they got caught lip-syncing at shows, one of the members of Milli Vanilli defended himself by saying, "Before Milli Vanilli, I was working at a McDonald's. What would you have done?" He said anybody would have taken the opportunity that I did. They were signed back in 1989 to Arista Records, the contemporary R&B duo consisting of Rob Pilatus and Fab Morvan. The two of them did very, very well for themselves until they got busted lip syncing.
Whoops.
Poor Fab.
Today I learned that mosquitoes cannot withstand the smell of geraniol from geranium and linalool from lavenders. When released into the air by perfume diffusers, it repels 97% of mosquitoes. Geraniol does.
Let's just stick with the lavender.
Linalool gets rid of 93%. And today I learned this guy.
This was our world.
Ja Rule. That's right, Ja Rule. Irv Gotti, R.I.P. He brought us this guy, so thanks kind of for that. Ja Rule's real name is Jeffrey Bruce Atkins Sr., which doesn't sound quite as cool as his stage name, Ja Rule. The American rapper, singer, and actor, born and raised in New York City.
New York City?
And Ja Rule became known for bleeding this as gangsta rap with pop and R&B sensibilities. Josh, thanks for being with us today. We love you. We appreciate you. And we love you and appreciate you. Thanks for hanging out with us. If you missed any of the show,